time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for Cardinal sports, Eudora Sports Live. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. They have Kansas covered with 23 companies to give you the best choices possible. Learn more at kansasins.com. Eudora Sports Live is also presented by It's time for Eudora High School Athletics. On your new home for the Cardinals, Eudora Sports Live.
Welcome in here to Tonganoxie. We are here for what is almost certainly going to be a very fun game of football as the Eudora Cardinals are preparing to take on the Tonganoxie Chieftains. The stuff that's going on your screen right now is not the game, don't worry. We still got about 20 minutes to kick off. My name is Reed McAvoy, and I am here back with a returning face, or voice that is, Killian Beck, who has not been on Eudora Sports Live since our actual inaugural broadcast, the only one that was on the true channel Eudora Sports Live, as we've got kicked over to Varsity Sports Live ever since. Hopefully you don't get us kicked off again.
With any luck, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind being a little bit memorable, so that'd be nice. I've been moving all around. I was at Tonganoxie versus Paola 2 weeks ago. I was against Tonganoxie versus Lewisburg. So I've been around Tonganoxie for now 3 weeks in a row. So
yeah, you hopefully you'll be able to provide us with some good insight on this team. You've been sticking around with them for a little while, but back on your first home, as it were, maybe Eudora. Also, to be clear, Killian did not get us kicked off. It was just some issues with YouTube. Just making some jokes there, but I know that everyone watching might not actually know that story. So just wanted to be clear, it wasn't actually his fault.
If that's a challenge, I can do it.
But this is our Kaw Valley State Bank pregame show. Pregame show brought to you by Kaw Valley State Bank. Kaw Valley State Bank provides the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking service possible. They're proud to cheer on the Cardinals and serve the Eudora community. Learn more at kawvalleystatebank.com. This is our pregame show on Eudora Sports Live. We're going to take a quick break and be right back. Don't go anywhere as kickoff approaches.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
high quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Everybody can make something. because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on your Cobb Valley State pregame show, Cobb Valley State Bank pregame show, here on Eudora Sports Live. 14 minutes till kickoff, says the scoreboard. So you talked about that you spent some time with this Tonganoxie team.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? How this game's going to go? What kind of football might we see?
Well, really the biggest thing is there's two different types of philosophy of offense. Obviously, Eudora's main goal is to keep it on the ground. Outside of Errol Seals, they literally have 5 catches to outside receivers.
Is that your mythical combination between Errol Seaman and Adrian Seals?
Yes. Sorry, Adrian Seals.
You're good.
They got to have a sign, something like that. But obviously, they don't really put the ball in the air that much. But in contrast, the Tonganoxie Chieftains are in the air probably 50 to 55% of the time that they're playing on offense. They have 2 receivers, Todd Brown and Isaiah Holthouse, who are both really awesome. And their quarterback, McGraw, is just really good, has really good flow in the pocket, really good mobility outside of it, and creativity. And then they can also run the ball with a really solid run game with led by Colton Grusevin. So they really can play both kinds of the game, right? Like they can play on the ground and they can go through the air. Obviously, when I watched them at Paola, they started with a 75-yard touchdown and then went and just continued to score.
Yeah, no, this is a very, very good Tonganoxie team. Something quite different, I have to imagine, from the team that Eudora beat 45-7 last year. I'm really not sure how this is that same school. Looking at how they've done this year, there's going to be a lot of work to do today. Something I think is interesting, something you might actually be able to hear if you are watching at home, is the wind. It is very strong. It is cold as well. I'm sure the players actually will be fine once they get moving. It sucks more for us as we're here stuck. Yeah. But that could certainly play into the strategy for the game today. That could potentially play into the Cardinals' style of more running the ball, keeping it on the ground, not putting it in the air, because that wind could cause some errant throws, perhaps. Maybe Adrian Seals, who's already got 4 picks this season, maybe we could see him get another tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's the big thing. During pregame, we were watching, and McGraw was able to throw the ball very efficiently. His name is Trevor McGraw, by the way, not country star Tim McGraw. I made that mistake at first, too.
Something else that was big that we noticed pregame, Errol Seaman, jersey number 8, back out there. Last game, it was a bit of a surprise, at least for the broadcast crew, to see him out there in a sweatshirt. And it was oh, man, this game, we're not going to have him. Thankfully, Braylon Hubler filled in and scored 5 touchdowns against Schlegel, so there was no problem there. The quote I said a few times was, no Errol Seaman, no problem. But that has not really been the case often this season. In those close losses, when Errol Seaman was not there, it really hurt. And so his presence again today could be a huge factor as Eudora will try to best an opponent that might be the favorites here. In fact, I think they probably are. Tonganoxie coming in the favorites here.
Home team as well.
4-2 record, a home team, you're right, versus the 3-3 Cardinals. So that is a bit of our game preview here on the Cobb Valley State Bank pregame show. We will take another break and be back.
The Supplemental Security Income Program provides monthly payments to help meet basic needs, like putting food on the table, paying the rent, or buying new shoes for growing feet. You may qualify if your income and financial resources are low and you are 65 or older, or an adult or child with a disability or who is blind. Call 1-800-772-1213 or go to ssa.gov/SSI to start to apply. Produced at U.S. taxpayer expense.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, I was just looking at how this game is going to fit into the complexion of Eudora's season, as it is one of the final two remaining games of their regular season. They play Tonganoxie today and then the Paola Panthers next week. That Panthers team is 3-3, so they are no pushover. You said, though, that Tonganoxie was able to best Paola, correct? Yeah.
It was a weird game, though, because they started up and it was literally 7 long touchdown by Paola, 7 long touchdown by Tonganoxie. Then it was a long touchdown by Paola, again, long touchdown. And then it was like after that, Tonganoxie started to kind of just pull away gradually. They eventually ended up winning by a couple touchdowns, but it certainly was one of those games where it felt closer than it was.
So from the sounds of it, it's not, as I said, no pushover, not going to be an easy game. Neither is this one today, as we've already talked about. And Eudora is sitting right now at a bit of a surprising 500 record. I think the biggest one that they'll look back and regret is that loss against Ottawa by 3. That one feels tough as your Cardinals enter out onto the field here, going right to left on your screen there. But just thinking about how this fits in, because this is a tough game where they're not even favorited. So they could fall to 3-4, which would then make the season unsalvageable in terms of ending with a winning record. That would still be a playoff game, no worries. But the last time that Eudora ended with a losing record, it was 3 years ago, 2020, and that season ended 3-7. It was not pretty. But since then, they've had multiple winning seasons, and the biggest thing they've done is they've won their first playoff matchup every year, which is big. And so I think that's got to be the goal here. But really, from the talks I've heard, I've talked with people on the team. The goal is to end with a winning record. That would be a nice salvage. I think that the injuries to Errol Seaman were a very unforeseen roadblock this season. And you can sort of give them some allowance for the struggles that have ensued following that. However, a winning season is still the mission, and that requires a win today against a tough opponent. So there's a lot going into this. As I said last season, it was 45-7 Eudora, so hopefully they can channel some of that. But 2 years ago, it was 28-21 Tongi, and I imagine that we're going to see a game more like that in terms of a close score, probably a touchdown, maybe 10 or 13, 14 points is the difference today, maybe. But I imagine this is going to be a much closer game than 45-7. I don't think we're going to be sitting here bored by any means, as this is a very exciting matchup on a pretty cold day. I think I'll get you guys a weather report after this next break, just so that you can understand how it feels here. But
crap.
Yeah. But good for you guys being able to watch at home. We are very proud to be able to bring this service to you, to your living rooms or wherever you may be watching from here on Eudora Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. We'll take another break. Kickoff is under 5 minutes away.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know. It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Question: what will you find on all over-the-counter or OTC medicine packages to help you choose the right drug and use it safely? The answer: the drug facts label. This label lists the medicine's active ingredients and purpose, how much to take, and warnings you should know before using it. Remember, even OTC medicines you buy without a prescription can cause side effects you don't want. So follow the information listed on the drug facts label. For more information, visit fda.gov/drug facts label. A message from the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
The coin toss has concluded as we are under 2 minutes till kickoff here in Tonganoxie. I'm going to get you that weather report now, as I said, here on the Caw Valley State Bank pregame show. It is currently 54 degrees, the real feel being 48. By the time this game, I would assume, will be over around 10 o'clock, it'll only have dropped 3 further degrees to 51, so it won't be too bad, even though the sun's going to go down even more. It's pretty dark around here already. Very cloudy, and the best word for it is gloomy. However, thankfully, there is no rain in the forecast as we are outside of the press box, so rain would be a very tough obstacle here for our broadcast, but I don't think it's going to happen. So it's going to be about 50 degrees. There's a nice breeze as well. As I said again, if you were out there playing, you will be feeling fine. This is lovely weather for football, but any of these fans or broadcasters alike that are standing around like statues, it's pretty cold.
Yeah,
It is pretty cold, a little uncomfortable. I've got gloves on, actually 3 layers. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. So that is how we are feeling around here. We are under 30 seconds to go here. Looks like Eudora will be kicking off to begin our game here. And there is familiar face Caden Kerr. I owe him an apology. I thought that he might have potentially been benched after missing a field goal last week. There was a soccer game going on. The kicker had better things to do. So that's where he was, and it resulted in Grayson Moody taking kickoffs and Matt Majette excitingly taking PATs, which was a very successful experiment, I would say. But regardless, Here, Caden Kerr has returned. Number 99, the star soccer player, is ready to kick this ball deep as our game is ready to begin. This opening kickoff is brought to you by the Pyramid Place Early Education Center. I'll get you that live read in a second. Here is the return. He's going to the middle here. Up the middle, to the left side. He's got space. Seals is the closest defender. Seals gets him out, as well as Caden Kerr on the tackle right around the 50-yard line. But Tonganoxie will be starting right around midfield, and they will potentially be starting in Cardinals territory to begin this game. That opening kickoff is brought to you by the Pyramid Place Early Education Center. Kick off your child's educational success by enrolling them at Pyramid's Place. They're your place in Eudora for quality preschool education, childcare, and after-school programs. To learn more, visit them on their Facebook page or call 785-542-1296. That kick also concluded our Caw Valley State Bank pregame show, and our game is now underway. Here's the first carry of the game, and they are certainly now into Cardinals territory. That was Colton Brusvin on the carry. A little bit of a fast start here, Killian. Let's hit them up with those starting lineups brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. I will get you your Eudora starters. First on defense, you got George Hagan, Braylon Hubler, Wyatt Summers, Adrian Seals, Errol Seaman making his return after an injury. Here, and on this play, they are going to convert, get a first down here. So they will stop the clock as they move the chains down. Continuing the starters, you've got Christian Jarrett, Cole Manley, Braden Spear, Matt Majette, Owen Wilkes, and Thomas Cromer. You want to hit us up with our starters on the offensive side for Tonganoxie?
Yes, I can do that in just a moment as they are about to start play here.
All right, we'll focus in on this play first and then get you the offensive starters for the Chieftains. They have two on the left, a runner in motion and going out wide. This is going to be a throw. Looking downfield, it's a wobbly pass, but it is accurate. But Christian Jarrett hits him well-timed, knocked the ball out. The receiver didn't think it was as well-timed, but that seemed like a very clean hit there on Todd Brown coming from Christian Jarrett on that play here. So this is going to be 2nd and 10 now. You want to hit us with those starters, Killian?
Sure, I've got the list right about here.
Just give him a second on those. We're in a tough spot here, and that carry goes for a gain of a few before he is cracked to the ground there by Thomas Cromer. Just put a bit of a delay on those starters. Don't worry, we'll get them to you. Eudora Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention. Here is a run outside to the left again, brought down. Personal care and attention to each individual client. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. That's Kansas Insurance, the presenting sponsor of Eudora Sports Live. A fast start here for the Chieftains, but it is now 4th and medium, 4th and 5, and they are leaving the offense out there for this. They are 4 wide with a tight end as well. I think that they are showing that they're planning on passing this ball here on 4th down. This is a pivotal moment early in this game. This could be huge if Eudora makes the stop and huge if the Chieftains convert. He's under pressure. A beautiful pass. It had a nice curve on, a nice spiral on it, but really no one in the area. And so that is going to be an early turnover on downs here that will give the Cardinals the ball in a nice spot. I mean, you would be happy if a punt return had brought them out to the 35-yard line, but they will be starting on offense, their first drive of the day on the 35. So we'll hold off on those offensive starters until the Chieftains are back out there. But here is your Cardinals offense for the first time today, coming off of a game in which they scored 73 points against Schlegel, in emphatic victory in that game, where Braylon Hubler was the star man with 5 touchdowns filling in for Errol Seaman. But Errol Seaman is back out there today, and he is back in the backfield for this play. 2 wide as well, something you don't see too often from the Cardinals. Here, Manley takes the snap. He does hand it to Seaman. Seaman does not get more than 2 yards on that carry. No, it's not Seaman. That is Hubler. Excuse me. That is Braylon Hubler out there.
Come on, man.
That is Braylon Hubler, the star man of last week's game. So Errol Seaman not starting this game. He is healthy. He was in pregame, but he was not out on the field for that opening snap, so he is not a starter today. That is something interesting. Every game that he's been healthy, he has always started. What do you think might be going into him not starting so far? Not starting in this game, Killian?
I would imagine just because of the gravity of the game, they're probably going to be looking to keep him healthy for the long run. Obviously, last year they were in the playoffs, and I think that
a short carry and a
backup
flag
playing
will fly. Sorry, Killian.
You're good. With the backup playing well, I think that they're going to try and just keep him healthy. If you have a duo of backs who are doing well, then why put one at risk when they're already probably still injured or have lingering effects?
Yeah, they might try to bring him in just on key situations, perhaps get him, try to keep him healthy and get him only out there when he is needed most. That flag is against the Cardinals, so they are going to be backed up 5 further yards here. So it'll be 2nd and 12. Whoa, something new I've never seen is the referee having a mic over the stadium for a high school game. I love that. That's awesome.
Being here twice in 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm sure it doesn't surprise you, but that's a first for me. Gotta love that.
I've been getting used to it. I've been living nice.
2 again out wide on the left. Majette in motion. Manley with the looking for the head. He keeps it here. Makes the first man miss, and then gets about to the 40-yard line. So a pretty solid gain on the play there. That looked like he was actually trying to give it to Wyatt Summers, and Summers wasn't ready for it, or maybe just wasn't in the right position. I don't think Manley wanted to take it back, but he sort of had to. Did so, and then he is a great runner, and so, of course, picked up 7 yards on that play. So it will bring up 3rd and 5. 3rd down here. Cardinals still on their first set of downs on their first drive here, trying to convert and get the first down. No, excuse me. Will be their first down, but the second first down of this game today. Manley with the quick handoff, and it goes nowhere, maybe even for a loss there. I have to assume that is Hubler. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that cold is really affecting you right now. You're struggling.
This is interesting. So, yeah, the Cardinals are going to punt, unlike the Chieftains earlier, which means that the Chieftains will most likely be backed up if the Cardinals can make a nice stop on special teams. And as I mentioned earlier, Caden Kerr's returning face here for the Cardinals. Missed last game for a soccer game, but I think they did fine without him, putting up 73 points. Here he is back and ready to punt away here, and I have to imagine the cold will play a factor as well as the wind. This is a very nice kick here, deep, and it is just going to go out right around the 20. So that is going to be pretty solid. I think you're happy with that if you're the Cardinals defense to start on the 20-yard line. We'll take a quick break and be right back.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
What those starters?
And we are back here. This Tonganoxie team moving quickly for certain. Here is a throw and a catch right around the 30-yard line, brought down by Majette there for a gain of 6 or 7. They are slinging it around here. Yeah, hit us up with those starters, Killian.
All right, starting quarterback, we have Trevor McGraw. At running back, we have Colton Brusvin. At tight end, we have Tyler Penke. Wide receivers, we have 81, Isaiah Holthouse. We have number 5, Todd Brown. We will resume that in a second.
Todd Brown has been very involved so far early in this game.
Todd Brown.
McGraw with the handoff to not Brown, someone different there in the backfield. And the Chieftains get another first down. Their first on this drive, their second first down of the day. Finish that one up here, Killian.
At O-line, we have number 65, Okay, they just get the wrong names. We have Sparks, number 54. We have Rhodes, 79. We have Fisher. 53 is the right guard.
Here's the run up the middle here. Gain of 4 or 5 before he's brought down by a few different Cardinals.
And finally, right tackle is Folsom.
Finally, we got through those starting lineups brought to you by the Eudora Community Library. The Eudora Community Library is proud to support the Eudora Cardinals by providing exceptional community events for children and families through excellence, inclusion, persistence, and collaboration. Go Cardinals! The library is cheering you on. So here we can now focus in on our game. We've paid all the bills there, and we are now ready to go here on Eudora Sports Live. A throw from McGraw is dropped by, I think that's Brown out there. Have to imagine the Holthouse, is it? Okay. That's Star Man, the one you were highlighting here. No, that was Brown. That's number 5. Look at me. I got it.
Oh, sorry.
That's Brown, the running back out there, was the target, and I think his fingers might be a little cold, which is understandable.
Just like me.
That ball hit the ground there. So that is 3rd and 6 here now, early in this drive for the Chieftains.
Yeah, Troyer is known for being aggressive, so you know that he's, even if they get to 4th down here.
McGraw looking to throw.
They're going to look
under a lot of pressure. Gets it off. Christian Jarrett bats it down. And another 4th down here brought up where for the Tonganoxie Chieftains coaches to consider what they want to do. They're in a bit of a worse spot on the field than last time when they decided to go for it. And that is what I have to imagine is what has caused them to decide to punt this time around rather than go for it, as it's only 4th and 6. It was 4th and 5 last time they went for it, but just, they'd hate to turn it over on a more dangerous spot of the field inside their own territory. So the punt makes sense here. This punt is going to be going against the wind. Let's see what kind of factor that plays. Eudora nearly got in on the block there. Seals is looking to let this one go, and it will pop right out of bounds there at the 24-yard line, which is where the Cardinals will start this drive. We'll take another quick break and be right back.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
And we are ready here for the beginning of the second drive for the Cardinals. It will be at that 24-yard line. Still not seeing Errol Seaman out there. Looks like Hoobler is the down back.
You wonder
too
if it was
wide.
a game-time decision.
Yeah. I'm interested to see him out on the sideline. Here's his first carry. He's not going to go for much. See if he's out there and ready to go still or not. I do see somebody is inactive over there. That is Julian Otis. But no, I don't. Yeah, we are just not seeing Errol Seaman here. I talked with him, and he said that the boot that he's had, that it has been hurting him for a while this season, but he's been pushing through it. And so it's interesting. He's healthy enough to suit up, but he's not out there on the field. So just to be continued on what his involvement is on this game, to be determined, I suppose would be the word there.
Maybe
here is a
tactic.
Handoff up the middle. Hoobler, again, not going anywhere.
Well, same in injury news concerning Tonganoxie.
Yeah.
Their tight end, Tyler Pankey, was active for today, or is active for today. He had missed the last couple games. He's been injured. So he actually ruptured his kidney. So he battled back, so now he's back in the starting lineup, and so a lot of injury going around. So
Yep, and especially as it gets colder, those we know from experience, those impacts in the cold, they always hurt just a little bit longer. So that certainly could play a factor in today. But some injuries were already come into that already had been lingering, and that is what has kept Seaman out. Manley is looking to throw under tough pressure, and he is going to be sacked by a couple different Chieftains. Looks like number 85 back there. That would 65 then. It would have been Pete. No, that's sorry. Anyway, he was sacked by a couple different Chieftains.
Noah Bailey.
Bailey is going to be who brought him down. We're in a tough setup here. We've never had to be outside in the wind, so we have all of our pages taped to the table. It's just a bit of a fiasco. I'm sure we'll get it down as the game rolls on. But anyway, Manley was sacked there on 3rd down, and this is going to bring up 4th and long. Obvious punting situation. So Caden Kerr is set to do so. Here with 3.5 remaining in the first quarter, we are still scoreless.
Hey!
Some personnel adjustments here for the Cards. They may have realized they were down a man. George Hagan runs out there late.
And we have a timeout.
And timeout taken by the Cardinals. Just some miscommunication there, it seemed. So we will take a timeout as well and be right back.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
We are back here on Eudora Sports Live. Looks like the Cards are still set to punt it away. Makes sense. It's 4th and 13. I didn't think that timeout was going to be them considering going for it. Just some miscommunication, it seemed. That was nearly blocked by a few different Chieftains. But as it is, Kerr's punt stays in bounds and takes a beautiful Eudora Cardinals roll down that far right sideline. Ref's going to mark it out right at the 35. That thing really rolled down all the way to the 25, but the ref's right. He was standing right there. It clearly crossed out of bounds at some point along its little journey there. But Caden Kerr's got to love that. A nice little bounce that'll help the Cardinals have a little more leeway here on defense as the Chieftains open up their third drive of this game. Still scoreless, but they are the only team that has gotten first downs today. They've gotten one on both of their drives, and then that is where they were stopped. The first time a turnover on downs, the second time punting. So here they are, hoping for a little bit of better fortunes after getting the first down on their drive, which the Cardinals are yet to do today. What are you seeing across this game as a whole so far, Killian? It's still in the first quarter.
Like we talked about in pregame with those identities of who they are, we've only seen, if I'm not wrong, 2 pass attempts or 1 pass attempt by Eudora. They got sacked on the other one, but Tonganoxie is going to stay true to throwing the ball. Even with this win, they're going to try and throw the ball.
Hands off on this one here. No gain on that one. Continue, Kelly.
They do run the ball on early downs. They take most advantage when they make it to 3rd and 5s, and they can take it. And that's obviously their biggest strength, is they're able to strike while the iron is hot, for say. Now, they're going to be back lining up. They like to line up with 11 personnel, which means 1 tight end, 1 running back, which is what they run about 60% of the time. So
there
with
a couple out on the left. They hand it off to Colton Brusevin, who has been featured a lot so far in this game. The 2 running backs, number 16, number 5, that's Todd Brown and Colton Brusevin, have been very involved early. I think that they're feeling the cold as well on that Tongi side, but you are totally right. They are not afraid of throwing the ball. We've seen McGraw look a couple times, and he's looking deep downfield.
Yeah.
So I think
downfield a lot.
He's trying to keep those hands warm. He's ready to get something deep here, as they've got 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and a running back. And McGraw is looking to throw. There's immediate pressure from the Cardinals. McGraw has to escape. He's tucked it down now. He's running to the left side, and he has stayed in potentially. It looked like he was very close to that sideline. A flag also flew in on such a long play. Holding often ends up being the culprit of flags like that. That was a very impressive improvisation, though, from McGraw there, as he got to that sideline and then got downfield 20 yards.
Yeah, he plays.
Yeah, illegal block in the back is the call. That even more so than holding is what happens on plays where the field is switched. Almost every time, if you see a flag and somebody has run all the way across the field, it's blocking the back nearly every time.
Yeah,
I should have seen it coming.
Come on, Reed. You play football. You see that.
Unfortunately for McGraw there on that impressive run, it is not going to count. Unfortunately for the refs, they don't have to decide whether he stayed in or not. I really thought he might have gone out, but taking the unbiased perspective, that was a very impressive run. He got to the edge, made it happen.
He's very creative.
But that play has been now negated, and with 1:48 left, it's going to be 3rd and 13 for Tongi rather than what would have been a first down in Cardinals territory.
They're probably going to go down left sideline to
McGraw looking to throw again. Under pressure again. Has to throw it away, but he still found the hands of Brown. Brown could not bring it down, and that'll make it 4th and 13. They will probably have to punt this one.
Last week they hit 2 30-yard plus throws on third downs. So going down the left sideline to Brown. So they obviously like to go downfield when he's on that left sideline, especially when you only have 2 safeties over the top and they can expose that left side of the field.
So this Cardinals defense having a pretty good showing so far today, keeping the Tonganoxie offense at bay. Something that's played only a minor role so far is penalties. When it comes to these close games, as this punt is away, a couple Eudora players were in the area. It's a little short, but it takes a nice Tonganoxie bounce. And you know what? We will take a break before I finish my thought here on Eudora Sports Live.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
We are back here on Eudora Sports Live. Cardinals beginning their 3rd or 4th drive in this game already. Third, yes. They still have yet to get a first down, something Tongi has a few of already early on here.
Certainly keeping that trend of without Errol Siemens, they're keeping that trend of not being able to move the ball.
Right, and I'm wondering what situation it would take for Coach Steffen to think this is an Errol Siemens situation, as here is a handoff to Hubler. That's his biggest gain of the day so far. Gets near to those chains, but I think that's maybe 7 or 8 here. Yeah, I wonder what it would take for Coach Steffen to say, all right, this is an Errol Siemens spot. Get out there, Errol, make something happen. We have whatever it is that Coach Steffen's waiting for. We have not seen it happen yet here today. And so it's been a lot of Braylon Hubler, which after last week and him getting 5 touchdowns, I don't think any Cardinals fan is saying no to the Braylon Hubler show, as he just picked up 9 it was on that carry they gave him after having been shut down pretty effectively so far in this game. Now under a minute left in the first quarter. 2nd and 1. Cardinals looking for their first down. Manley has Seals. Seals goes up and can't get it. It was nice coverage there from Tonganoxie's Trevor McGraw, the quarterback, also playing corner there. It was a very nice throw on the money to Seals, but McGraw just right there in the area didn't let him bring it down. So it'll bring up 3rd and 1 here.
Yeah. You knew that eventually sometime Eudora had to change something up to get a first down here. I'm not sure that I would have called that on 2nd and 1 though. I would have probably just kept it on the ground, get the first down, and then you could call the deep shot. I think
maybe the thought there is we can always get it on 3rd and 1, and so if we could take a deep shot, maybe catch him off guard on 2nd and 1. And he maybe did trick the defense a little, but not McGraw. McGraw saw it coming, stopped it. So here is that 3rd and 1. The give to Hubler, and it's going to be close, but I think he got it. Some late hits going on there. Looks like he's going to be given that first down, though. Let's see. Yep, those chain crew get a move on because they're probably trying to stay warm themselves, and that is the signal for the first down here for your Eudora Cardinals.
Only 30 seconds separating the shot clock. The game clock and the play clock.
But that does mean that the Cardinals will be forced to get one last play in before the end of the quarter here. As you mentioned there, Killian, the play clock's at 13 seconds now, so they're going to be forced to get this one in on first down. Manley with the pass to Seals. Seals out to the right here. He has potentially picked up another first down, which would be 2 consecutive from Adrian Seals. That's something we've seen ever since Errol Seaman was injured in that same game against Spring Hill. It was the first match that he got hurt. At some point, Coach Steffen decided to put Seals in the backfield, and it was a very effective adjustment, just getting the ball into the hands of your star player, especially when it's cold out. It makes sense to maybe not have to cut out the middleman of throwing him the ball. Anyway, they pitch it to him. He picks up a first down, 2nd on the day for the Cardinals, and that will conclude your first quarter. So we will take a break here on Eudora Sports Live.
The MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoke. the MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Cardinals into Chieftains territory here following a halfback toss out to the typically wide receiver in Adrian Seals, a star man, the two-star man, actually, to put it correctly. And here is the next player, another give to Seals. Seals up the middle, fumbles the ball, and the Chieftains have fallen on top of it. That's just something that might a risk you run when you put a wide receiver in a halfback. It's something different when it comes to those tosses to the outside. That's more like a receiver catching the ball. When you run it up the gut, that's something that's a running back exclusive. And he maybe wasn't ready up to the task of those big arms from the Chieftains D linemen getting in there, and they punched the ball out. And any and all momentum that the Cardinals had after getting 2 consecutive first downs has been lost here as the Chieftains recover the fumble and have the ball here with all of the second quarter to play. How big is that moment there, Killian?
That's huge. Obviously, it's as big of a large moment for Tonganoxie as it is just a detriment to this Eudora football team.
The give here. Sorry, Killian. Another first down here. That is Bruisman once again.
Number 16. He's going to be very involved tonight.
He clearly, been very, very involved today, and he has the Chieftains back into the Cardinals territory, not their first time being there. And Errol Seaman is out on the field playing linebacker. So whatever he's out there. I'll just cut this sentence short to focus on the Bruisman run that is close to another first down as Matt Majette brings him to the ground. But Errol Seaman is out there. Maybe Coach Steffen is seeing that this game is still close or whatever the case may be. Errol Seaman's out there. That's really all that matters. So it seems that he is ready to have an impact on this game, and a flag comes down here. I'm not sure what that signal means, but whatever it is, the Tonganoxie coach does not like it. False start on the offense. Going to back them up 5, make it 1st and 15 here. Get this quarter correct here on your screen.
2nd and 7 after the penalty.
Still 0-0 here in a game that we knew would be good. It's been very close. A lot of defensive stuff. Bruisman here on this 1st and 7 says the scoreboard, and I think that's somehow correct. I don't know how that happened. Anyway, on that 1st and 7 carry, he gets maybe 3 or 4 there.
Gain of 5.
5, actually. So it'll bring up 2nd and 2 here for Tonganoxie. Another give to Bruisman. He's got the first and more. Sets Christian Jarrett on the ground before Seals brings him down. Christian Jarrett pops back up. Looks like he's all right. He truly got sat down there by Bruisman. And Bruisman is hyped up, as are these Tonganoxie fans. He lost his helmet, so we'll have to come off the field for a little bit.
Expect him to turn to Tanner Hand. He has been very good in the limited touches.
Here is a handoff. Is that him there you were talking about?
Number 22.
So that's going to be Hand then. Hand with the handoff. And he could not quite get the first down, but picks up 6 or 7 on that one. So they've got a few different running backs out there for a team that you said relies on passing. We've seen Todd Brown, Colton Bruisman, and now Tanner Hand. Seems like they've got a lot of solid runners out there, which it probably is what complements their passing play, really.
They're very balanced in the way that they approach the defense or offense, excuse me. But obviously, Preston Troyer, the head coach, is very aggressive in spurts. I would not be shocked if right here on 1st and 16, if they took a shot.
Okay. 1st and 15, there must have been something in there that we missed. Our apologies. 1st and 15 here. McGraw takes the snap, hands it off to Hand. Hand back to the original line to gain, and then a little bit more, so maybe a pickup of 6 there. And another flag flies. That would be 3 consecutive flags, and it could potentially be 3 consecutive flags against Tonganoxie. We talked about this has been how Eudora has lost their close games, is penalties, and I don't think that they would say no if Tonganoxie is going to be shooting themselves in the foot today, but there's no, I'm not quite sure what this penalty was. Referees are conversing, and I've seen a couple different hands point the way of Eudora, so this might actually be a penalty against the good guys, as it were. We've got,
just as you said, they're not going to be the ones who shoot themselves in the foot.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. So maybe this game might be getting a little bit. This game might be getting a little bit choppy out there here in the second quarter. A couple of Frontier League division opponents. These two teams very familiar with themselves. They've played against each other every year for quite a while now.
Yeah.
So they're familiar and maybe getting a little bit upset, getting a little heated, which I wish we could be a little heated.
They have inside. They have a space heater.
But anyway, as it is, the Cardinals doing exactly what I was just talking about, shooting themselves in the foot. That's been their challenge in these tough games. And here it is. That penalty presents the Chieftains with their first opportunity inside the Cardinals' red zone. And the give to Brucevan, who's back out there after losing his helmet earlier. He's still up. I think he got that first down. Some very effective running out there on that left side. Wyatt Summers ends up bringing him down, but not until... No, okay, they are going to call him just short. So a gain of 8 or 9 there. A very nice carry from Brucevan, who has been highly involved here early. Out wide, we have Todd Brown and Owen Schmidt for the Chieftains. It is still Brucevan in the backfield. The give to Brucevan from McGraw. He is wrapped up pretty immediately there. Looks like Owen Wilkes was in on that one. And that is going to present them with a third down here in very close territory to the end zone. Third and 1 here. Got to imagine we could see another run, but they might use that presumption to make a pass potentially. Here is McGraw. Does give it to Bruceman. He has the first. Runs into a pile of Eudorans, and Errol Seaman is one of the 2 that brings him down. The other one being, excuse me, I need to get his name. He's on the backside of my sheet, which is taped to a table, so figure that one out. Leland Bradshaw brings him down along with Errol Seaman.
Jeez, come on.
They do have a first and goal. We are figuring this one out, weathering the storm. And here is another give to Bruceman. Makes Seaman miss and then gets into the end zone. The Chieftains have opened the scoring today and make it 6-0. All of 6 minutes into the second quarter. It is now 6-0 Chieftains as Bruceman, who has been highly involved, couldn't say it enough there, gets into the end zone. He's really been the star man so far for this offense. And now, kicker out there to take his PAT. What can you tell me about this kicker, Killian?
So, number 8, Jackson McWilliams, is the number 1 kicker in all of Kansas. But honestly, what I've heard is he's not even leaning towards playing football. So, I've gotten a lot of chips.
Soccer?
Yes.
Okay.
So, but he has priorities. He doesn't miss the football games for soccer.
The ball was down. His kick is up and good. We will take a quick break here and be back as the Cardinals try to respond to losing the lead to the Tonganoxie Chieftains.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, 7-0 is our score. Something that I'm interested to see here is, will Errol Seaman also be involved on offense following a fumble from Adrian Seals, the other star man who was playing running back, Errol Seaman's primary position? I think that it seems that everything is pointing to him coming back into this game. This kick from McWilliams is going to go short. Mulvihill, I believe, put it on the ground, and the Cardinals have it. The Chieftains have it. It was Mulvihill somebody who I highlighted a lot last game as he got into the end zone. One of my
What a play.
One of my favorite players on this team. McWilliams' kick it had some interesting trajectory on it. Maybe something that Mobile wasn't quite used to having to handle, and he did not handle it. Those cold hands, maybe, or whatever it was, ball on the ground, and that is tough as the Chieftains have been presented another opportunity inside Cardinal territory. That's a bit of a crusher there.
You got to wonder if the Cardinals can shake it off.
Here is Brusvin once again, getting 8 or 9 once again. It seems like something has happened to that Eudora defense. They were maybe what it is more this Tonganoxie offense is warmed up because the start of this game was very slow for their offense. Eudora was able to shut them down, and that seems to be sort of changing here in this game. 2 on the left. Brusvin takes the handoff, goes to the left side, gets the first down where he is then brought down by Seals, this Cardinals team's leading tackler, brings him to the ground, but not until he gets a first down, and so those chains are going to move as the Tonganoxie offense closes in on the red zone. A very unfortunate turnover there from Mulvihill and the Cardinal special teams. But here on this one, the give to Brusvin, Owen Wilkes, and Leland Bradshaw bring him down in the backfield for a loss. So that'll bring up 2nd and 11 here for the Chieftains. Looks like maybe a hurt Chieftain player going to come off. That is TJ Leeper. He will be replaced by Tucker McGuire, at least for the time being, as they check on him. Appears to be his shoulder.
He was all league last year.
Wow. So a good player there leaving the field. Seems like something on that play was bothering him, and good thing to see he was able to walk off under his own power, so it's probably upper body. See if he comes back in this game. The snap to McGraw, give to Brusvin. Brusvin is a downfield runner if I've ever seen one. He hits people and brings them down along with him, but Hubler was able to get on that tackle and bring him to the ground, but not until he picks up 5 or 6 yards here. So it's going to be 3rd and medium for the Chieftains. 3rd and 5. Here is the play. McGraw gives to Brusvin once again. It seems like that's been every play call this drive and last. But I can't say it's not working as he got in the end zone last drive. But this one will come up a little short.
Do it again.
4th and 2 or 3. We'll see if they want to run it with him once more or potentially give one of the best kickers in the state a chance to take a 2-possession lead. Doesn't look like they will. Something that was interesting.
The way this wind is, though, you got to wonder if they're going to just...
Right, that's a good point. Something interesting. Actually, we'll focus it on this play first. No one wide, 2 in the back. Looked like Eudora maybe jumped. The give to Brusvin makes a man miss, and he has converted the first down. Majet brings him down in the end. There was no flag thrown. It really looked like the Eudora line jumped early on that one. But regardless, 1st and goal here for the Chieftains. Something I was going to say, I saw a game report from a game between Tonganoxie and Spring Hill where McWilliams was given a 43-yard attempt. As the give to Brusvin out to the left, he's got space, and he is brought down over there. They stopped him short. But my eyes popped at seeing the number 43-yard attempt for a kicker in high school. They clearly trust him, trust his abilities. And in the end, there was a penalty on it, so then it was a 38-yard kick, which he then made. So anyway, I just seeing that they even put him out there for a 43-yard attempt was eye-catching to me. As number 52 did just get back out on the field, and wow, he got into the end zone. I thought he was short, but he gets into the end zone over a couple Eudora Cardinal defenders, and that is Brusvin once again getting into the end zone, his 2nd of the day already, as the Chieftains are now out to a 13-0 lead. This is a little bit concerning for these Cardinals for sure. They need to get back into this game. Under 6 minutes remaining, they need to formulate a response. Absolutely. Here is McWilliams to kick and make it 14. Cardinals, a few different Cardinals defenders trying to toy with him, and yeah, I thought that was getting a little bit too much. They were jumping at that line and coming across, waving their arms around. I think that the flag's going to be on them. This could be costly if
they could go for 2.
They could go for 2 if this is in fact on the Cardinals and gives them half the distance. They might give to Brusvin and let him pick up another, try to get 1 yard and get into the end zone to make it a 15-point lead. But all of that relies on this penalty in fact being on Eudora, which I believe it will be.
Yes.
The flag is waved off. Okay, interesting.
Okay.
So the Cardinals did not commit any foul there. Flag is waved off, so no change. Referees just wanted to have a little chat, maybe. Or potentially penalty declined. For having a PA referee system, this has been a little confusing on the lack of explanation. Yeah, okay, no flag on the play. Anyway, disregard all of that. That was an interesting sequence of
geez,
events.
Reed, come on.
So McWilliams again here to try to make the kick. I imagine the Cardinals will resume toying with him. Actually, no, they seem to be pretty tame this time around. Jarrett inching closer to the line. And here is the ball down, up, and good. A very nice kick there from Tonganoxie will give them a 14-point lead. And we'll take a break here on Eudora Sports Live. Don't go anywhere as the Cardinals are going to try to get back into this game.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live. Something I potentially jinxed last time was wondering if Errol Seaman would be back out on the field. Hopefully I don't jinx that again, but I am still interested to see if Errol Seaman will be back out on the field if they do in fact get an offensive drive. But unfortunately, Mulvihill could not handle the high kickoff last go around, and it ended up being a very costly turnover indeed. But with 6 minutes left here, just under 6 minutes, hopefully the Cardinals will be able to overcome any cold fingers, receive this kick, and get back on O, where we might see number 8 get a chance to make an impact for the first time in a couple weeks.
Last time you said that, it didn't go so well.
Yes, so, I know. Hopefully,
you should definitely refrain from ever saying that again.
Well, if something goes wrong this time, I'll never say it ever again. That's for certain. Here is the kick from McWilliams. Similarly high, going to the same spot, and you can see, I'm thinking Coach Steffen coached them up and said, if that thing's that high, you fair catch that thing. And Ethan Winton, the sophomore, does so, waves that hand in the air, brings it down comfortably, and that will be a Cardinals opportunity here with the ball. 5:56 still remaining. They're going to be right around the 30-yard line here. So, for somebody, McWilliams being one of the best kickers in the state, what's with the high kickoffs? Is it trying to induce those fumbles? Is that been something that's happened a lot this season?
So what they do is they try and kick it where it's a squib, because usually on that second level you have linebackers and linemen who aren't really ball handlers.
Okay.
And typically that can turn into poor decisions.
So it is Hubler out there. He gets this pitch going down that right side, has the first and more, and then he is stopped by a wall right at the 45-yard line, but that is a big gain there for 15 yards, and it is not Errol Seaman. I'm not complaining. Hubler's getting that job done, but it is not.
You sound like you're very happy about it.
It is not Errol Seaman, so he maybe is just being limited to defense today, perhaps. Still yet to be seen, of course. Still a lot of football to be played, but Braylon Hubler, 5 touchdowns last week, seems to be the main back today, and here is the Cardinals.
Could you say that it's in your wildest dreams that Errol Seaman's returns to the offense?
I don't know. I would definitely. I mean, only if Hubler. Here Hubler is stuffed here. Only if Hubler, is getting bottled up like that every play, which he's not. He just went for 15 yards. Then maybe they could call on him, but. Seaman, it's interesting because he really is that home run style back, where like he'll sometimes break through everyone and just be gone. He's not really that bell cow back. He can be, but he's not that, 3 yards, 4 yards, 3 yards, 3 yards, 4 yards as much. Spear really has been that main guy this season. But anyway, I digress. Errol Seaman's not out there, so let's let him be and not talk about him too much. It is Braylon Hubler. It is Adrian Seals. It is Wyatt Summers, Matt Majette, Cole Manley, many different names out there. And that pitch to Hubler was read like a book by the defense for the Tonganoxie Chieftains, and they wrapped him up immediately for a loss of 2 or 3 on that one. There have been quite a few different plays already where you can hear the fans as well as the sideline calling out. They know what play is coming next. I think that they have all watched the film.
Yeah.
And they are prepared to play against this Cardinals team. Absolutely. That was a bit funny to me hearing multiple fans calling out, it's a toss on that toss to Adrian Seals that still went for a first down. But anyway,
they knew the idea.
They've watched the film. Yes, they know what's going on around here. Seals is the lone receiver. Hubler in the back. Majette in motion. Manley takes the snap. He's looking to throw. He's looking for Seals. He throws to Seals. And Seals is knocked down and it is intercepted by Brown. Brown back to the 40. There are no flags. So whatever contact happened there around midfield is legal. And Brown has intercepted this ball. This is going to be another very good starting field position for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. I think that seemed inadvertent, and I know that they always let that go. If it's just feet getting tangled, they try to let that go. I think that maybe was the case there on Adrian Seals. That throw was pretty good. It was in the area, but in the end, when he was on the ground, he couldn't make that catch. And Todd Brown said, thank you very much, intercepted that ball. Okay. We just got an update from the Eudora AD that number 52 is not, in fact, Ethan Winton. That is the tight end Van Dong, Braden Van Dong, that is. He was sporting number 17 earlier on this season, so I had no idea he had switched. I'll have to update my roster sheet for next week.
I would have loved to have known that.
That's good to know. Braden Van Dong wearing 52. Yeah, okay. Just a good note to make there. So that means he was the one that caught that kick earlier, made that fair catch.
Okay.
So just
so back to obviously your mind has been centered around the Siemens part, right? That he's not out there. Would you say that their offense is kind of dead in the water without him right now?
I don't know. I mean, they've certainly
struggled.
It's not been great, right? I think that they need to get that pass game more involved, as the last drive ended on interception. But
yeah.
But Seals had found some good separation there downfield, and I think that had he been able to stay up on his feet, that could have been a very big opportunity. And there have been multiple of those. There was the one earlier where McGraw just played it absolutely perfect. Otherwise, Seals would have had another really big catch. And so I think that they can get that pass game working. Which, of course, relies on a run game so that the defense can't just be sure what's happening. But I think if they can get the pass game involved, that they can get going here in this game. But until then, it's going to be tough. And it's another chance for it to be tough here today as Bruceman gets another carry. The Chieftains looking to take a early 3-possession lead here, which could be very tough to overcome for the Cardinals. I'm going to let you take this for a second here, Killian. I'm going to try to fix the wind that you guys are hearing. So give me a second. You do some play-by-play, Killian.
Okay. That's going to be Bruceman handed off to the right. He's going to take that for a first down. Obviously, he's been the bell cow tonight, getting way involved, getting the majority of the snaps and carries tonight. Usually they're going through the air most of the later downs, but today, just because I think the success they've had on the ground and the wind effects, I think that they're keeping it on the ground here as they go again to Bruceman up the middle. Goes nowhere, swallowed up by 3 Eudora Cardinals. He's going nowhere, led by Adrian Seals, the 2-star recruit at wide receiver. Obviously, he was the one who was tripped up on that interception this last drive. With just 3 minutes left in this first half, it could be very dangerous for these Cardinals as they try and potentially keep this as there will be a flag on that play. It looked like it was going to go with another run, which they've been setting that up all night. They've been going play action or going run all night. That will be a penalty on Tonganoxie as the Chieftains will move back on what will now be a 2nd and 11. They have 2 wide on both sides. They have a tight end, obviously Tyler Pankey, who did return back to action this week. It is 2nd and 16, correction. So obviously this is a big moment for Eudora. They could potentially take away a massive turn of events, as these last couple minutes have been very unfortunate. They started the first quarter, knotted up at 0, and once they got to the second quarter, as now they move it back to 2nd and 11. But obviously this Cardinals team has struggled. They've had more losses this year than they did last year, and we still have a few more games to go. So as my co-host here tries to fix the wind.
Unfortunately, the windscreen I was trying to locate is nowhere to be found. I really, really, really thought we would have one because we don't. We don't have
one.
I have a windscreen, which you could, if you've been able to tell, like my mic is very clean in terms of the wind, and Killian's has been awful, which is not his fault.
Yeah,
it is just how it is. And unfortunately, it seems that that's going to be how it will be today. Sorry, folks. I was hoping to fix that for you as I finally diagnosed what that problem was.
Yeah.
And anyway, we will just focus back in on this game. You want to fill me in on what I missed there for a little bit, Killian?
There was a penalty, and then they gave the penalty back. So it was 3rd down and 11, and they threw an incomplete pass.
Okay.
Again on 3rd down, incomplete pass, and now they are punting.
So this punt here out at the 20-yard line will let us take a quick break here and be right back. Don't go anywhere. The Cardinals have a chance to get back in this one.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks, we missed a play there. This Tonganoxie team, they move a lot quicker than I am used to.
You got to get it up.
Yeah, I don't know if that's I don't know what that means. I guess that's just maybe a coaching philosophy difference. I mean, this time it was the Eudora offense getting back out there quickly. So I think, what it probably is, it's probably this cold. I think these players don't want to have to stand around a little too long.
Yeah.
They probably are eager to get out of the huddle. Whatever the case may be, those 30-second commercial breaks are just a tiny bit too long all of a sudden, where they've been good all summer long. Anyway, here we are. It is 2nd and 10 after no gain on the first play. Summers is the motion man, and the give to Hubler. So there was a fake to Majet that fooled me. Anyway, the give to Hubler. Got a couple of yards there. It'll be 3rd and 7 here in a tough spot here for the Cardinals offense. If they don't convert this, this would even a great punt from Caden Kerr against the wind would not put the Chieftains out of potential field goal range or even just striking distance. So definitely the Cardinals have got to be hoping they pick this one up, even if that just is in order to allow them to run out the clock with the score as it is.
Yes, and obviously I'm really surprised that Preston Troyer, head coach of the Chieftains, isn't calling a timeout here, trying to force Eudora to go for it.
Yeah, that would I think maybe he finally heard your idea.
Yeah.
No, it was okay. This was Coach Steffen taking this timeout. Interesting. I think that's guaranteed to be 30 seconds. So we'll take a break and be right back here on Eudora Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
And look at that. We did manage to fit an entire commercial in and miss no football, which is how it should be. How God intended. We got it done here. The teams are still talking it out here on their sides. This is I was gonna say big moment. This is a medium moment here.
Yeah.
As hopefully the Cardinals will be able to, even if they don't pick this up, keep the Tonganoxie Chieftains away from scoring. That's got to be the hope here. Even just going to half at 14-0, which is certainly within striking distance. Tons of football to be played left here today. So anyway, timeout concluded. 3rd and 6 is the down and distance. The play call is ready. Hoopler, the main back, seals out to the left. Manley under center as always. Manley takes the snap, and I think maybe dropped the snap. And there's a flag here. This could be more Tonganoxie self-sabotage. No, excuse me, Eudora self-sabotage. And indeed it is. False start on the offense will back them up 5 further yards, making this 3rd and 11. So it'll be a little even more difficult and even more dangerous. Actually, that backs them up just into the dread zone, which I know you haven't been with me much, but I have absolutely made it catch on. I've even had multiple co-hosts say it, so I'm thinking it is an official term now that inside your own 20 is the dread zone.
Okay.
And I trademarked it. That's my term.
Okay.
And anyway, the Cardinals are back inside their own dread zone here in a bit of a dreadful situation. 3rd and 12. They're going to add a few more seconds to the game clock as some seconds ran off that shouldn't have. So a few more ticks will go back on the board prior to this 3rd and 11. The scoreboard says 3rd and 11. Yes, that's correct. 3rd and 11 is the down and distance here. This is going to be tough. 58.6 seconds remain. Cardinals are really hoping to get this first down just to get out of danger, out of the dread zone, as we've said. Hoopler is the main back. Summers in motion. Manley pitches to Hoopler. He's got Summers to block. And flag comes in here. This will be interesting. This could be big. Hoopler's brought down by Zakiah Glover.
That could be a face mask.
There's a flag on the play.
Yeah, I didn't see whatever this penalty is going to be, but the referee was standing right there, holding on the offense. Penalty is declined by the Chieftains, so that will bring up 4th down, 4th and long here. So I imagine the Cardinals are going to have to punt, and they're going to hope for a good one against the wind in the cold from Caden Kerr to get Tonganoxie far enough away from the offense. What's the longest kick you've seen McWilliams attempt and then also make, hopefully?
So, the last couple of games that I've been at, he hasn't had the opportunity.
Okay.
So, obviously last week he had the opportunity to kick an upper 30s kick to win the game, and they opted not to.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. How'd that go?
They lost.
They lost.
So, and it wasn't the cause of it. There was like 4 minutes left in the game. But you wonder what could have happened.
Okay. But as I mentioned earlier, I read through a game report from a game against Spring Hill that my amazing boss, BJ Harris, sent to me. And it said in there was a over 40-yard attempt from McWilliams. Now, there are completely different conditions here as we'll focus in on Caden Kerr's punt, which was very nearly blocked. And this is going to be picked up. I don't know if he touched that or not. Let's see. The ref's standing right there. What's the call?
Eudora's got it.
No. He says it is a first down for Tongi. He did not touch the ball. If he had, there would have been some waving arms there from the ref. We did not get them. So that celebration is cut short as Brown did not touch that ball. It bounced around him pretty close, but didn't touch him in the end. So Tonganoxie get away with one maybe there. That could have been something big for sure. But anyway, as we were saying, I saw it said that he was given a chance to kick a more than 40-yard attempt.
Yes.
But these conditions completely different. This wind would be at his back, though, so if I'm coach and we get close enough, nothing to lose if there's only a few seconds left. We might get to see a very impressive field goal attempt from the best kicker in this state. So that could be a little bit exciting, even if it's
Look for him to...
not for the Eudora Cardinals side of things. As a former kicker, I love field goals. And now McWilliams here has the kicking net, is warming up. But McGraw throws to the Starman, and it's picked up. This is Majette. He could go. He has Jared to block. And he is, I think, put out there right around the 5-yard line. They are going to have under 30 seconds. They are inside the 10-yard line after Matt Majette picked it off. That target for the Starman that you highlighted, that is Isaiah Holthouse.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
The cold hands, the ball popped up, and Majette took it and ran. He's presented the Cardinals with a 1st and 10. This is huge.
Yeah. Obviously for Tonganoxie, what a death blow. But for Eudora, obviously this is a huge moment, as at the 9-yard line, they could make this a 1-score game before half.
That is unbelievable. A moment where
Under 30 seconds.
They were in the dread zone, and then we're talking hopefully they keep the Tonganoxie team off the board. And then here they are inside the 10 in the red zone, from dread zone to red zone, just like that. This is a huge opportunity. We have still got Hoopler in the backfield. Summers is the main receiver, not Seals. I repeat, Wyatt Summers. Seals is in the backfield. Majette is the motion man. Manley with the fake. He throws. He's found Seals. Seals reaches for that end zone, and he is just short. They're going to have to call a timeout, and they do. He got down to that 1-yard line, and I believe that is the Cardinals' final timeout. So it is do or die here. After this, we will take a quick break, but don't go anywhere because the action is right here on Eudora Sports Live.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Yeah, no, they
back here on Eudora Sports Live, and a huge moment in this game. As we just mentioned, the Cardinals took their final timeout. So if they don't get this, they would have to run up and spike it, and they could potentially consider a field goal. But let's just take a moment to think about what a change of events we had. We were talking about hopefully going to halftime 14-0, maybe trying to avoid 17-0. And here, the Cardinals will have a chance to make this a 1-possession game before half. This is huge. Hoopler is the main back. Seals out wide. Manley looks for Seals, and it must have been deflected. But anyway, that 1st and goal play, second and goal play falls incomplete, but because it was an incomplete pass, the clock stops, so they can still take a moment to breathe.
16 seconds, though, so...
Rub their hands on the hot hands that they've hid inside their uniforms, I'm sure, and try to go for this on 3rd and goal now with 16 seconds remaining. If they don't get this, and it's not an incomplete pass, then they're going to have to just immediately go for it again. There's no spiking the ball on 4th down. So they would just... I would, if I'm Coach Steffen here, I'm calling 2 plays. I'm calling the first one, and if that doesn't happen, we've got a second one ready, just in case. But I obviously, I'm not sure how Coach Steffen operates. I'm just saying what I would do.
Back corner of the end zone.
They've got Majette and Seals out wide. Manley pitches it back to Hoopler. Hoopler makes the first man miss and is in. A huge touchdown in the landscape of this game that we were just talking about might be getting a little bit away from the Cardinals. They are right back in it. It's a 1-possession game just like that. Hoopler with 5 touchdowns last week gets his 6th on the season here today. Unbelievable change of events there after that Majette interception. Just crazy. How are you feeling about all of this, Killian?
I got mixed emotions. I'm here for Eudora, so I'm
I get you.
I'm glad for that, but
Caden Kerr back on PAT duty after Matt Majette took over last week. The kick is good, and this game is 7-14. We will take a quick break and be right back here on Eudora Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Woo! Has there ever been a change in this game? That was huge. If there was a win expectancy chart, it just went all over the place and has come back to a point where the Cardinals could get back into this game, but they still have 12 seconds remaining here to continue to hold the Chieftains away from the end zone as the ball falls off the tee here. They'll get one more chance for it to sit there before somebody will have to be employed to hold it. We'll see. Maybe Nate Reason might hold it up there for him anyway. Yes, Nate Reason is going to be the holder here. Just another demonstration of how windy it is. I'm sure you don't need it, though, because it's right in your ears, unfortunately. So Nate Reason will hold this one to allow Caden Kerr to kick it away with 12.6 remaining after the Cardinals finally got on the board today. Here is the return man for the Chieftains. He's out to the 25 and then brought down by Majette, who is getting himself very involved in this game today. 4.4 seconds remaining after the return from the Chieftains. They have one timeout remaining, but 4.4 seconds, that is truly only enough time for one play. I mean, 6 seconds is the fastest you'll ever see one play go. So this is it. Have you ever seen them try a Hail Mary type play, Killian?
No, I have not. Last time they were in the situation, they did a screen dump off.
Okay.
Kind of like the longest yard kind of.
Just the safe route, trying to not turn it over. They do have 3 wide here, 2 on the left, 1 on the right. So McGraw certainly could throw it, but he does not. He hands it off to Brusvin, who gets another nice game, just as he has done all day today. Majette breaks him down, and that is the conclusion of your first half. Your Cardinals ended in an exciting fashion, getting right back into this one, making it 7-14. We will be right back here with the halftime show here on Eudora Sports Live.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Dad, you need to go. Really? It's important. I feel fine. Look, you cannot mess around with this kind of stuff. Some cancers, man, we just don't want to lose you from something we could have caught. What I need to do? You just give your doctor a call. They'll tell you what screening test you need. Fine. Can I have my pie now? Oh, man.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-50.
Number one, obviously, is safety. We definitely call 811 to find out if there are any buried lines, fiber optic, whether it be telephone or pipeline or anything. Don't take a chance. Don't think you know and say, well, I don't remember anything being put in there. Call 811 and make sure that that's identified, that there isn't something there before you make that crossing. Because in the end, we want everybody going home.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com. High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Sorry to keep you waiting, folks. We had a few different things we were addressing, and we have acquired a windscreen for my co-host here, Killian Beck. So hopefully that wind sound should be a lot better in your ears. That wind sound should be worse because it should hopefully be gone, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, welcome into our Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. The halftime show is brought to you by Gene's Heartland Foods, a convenient one-stop shop where you can find everything you need from everyday essentials to items around the world. Gene's is your local community connection for high-quality foods, friendly service, and great prices. See weekly specials and more at heartlandfoodsstores.com. So this is our halftime show, and Killian, the first half ended in a bit of a frenzy there.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on everything that went down?
It's really weird because obviously when you watch Isaiah Holthouse play, you're so used to just consistent ability to reel in passes. And obviously that one, he kind of just volleyball set it up as it was intercepted, obviously. And it was such a turn of events there at the end of the half. As it's as big of a turn of events as us getting a windscreen. So I've got a personal heater right here on my hands, which is why I'm having a great time.
It was certainly a crazy change of the tide in this game. It really had been all one way. And then that return, it's really on that return there because even still, the Eudora offense got down to the end zone. It took 4 tries for them to get from the first and goal into the end zone, but they made it happen. So I don't think that it means that this game is going to, if the game continues how it was, that the Cardinals will come out on top. Something needs to change. They need to figure something out. But an absolutely huge lifeline presented to them in the form of Holthouse just not being unable to control that ball and resulted in Majette getting that interception and running it back. Something else, it's not the same level. I'm sure Holthouse making that reception and failing to make that reception, but Bryce Mulvihill, I've highlighted him all season. I know you haven't been with me, but he's one of my favorite players on this team. I love his impact on special teams, and he has had some good kick returns. And so seeing him bobble a kick that ended up being turned over to the Chieftains, and they went and scored a touchdown. Could be a play of similar fashion of a player that is capable of making that play, making an unforeseen mistake that ended up costing a touchdown to the opponents. So both teams here have some stuff to work on. There were quite a few penalties as well in the first half. It felt like at first they were all on Tonganoxie, and then there was some point where it turned and they were all against Eudora. So definitely both sides have some stuff to clean up. Yes. But something we cleaned up is our audio quality. So thank goodness for that. We will take a quick break here from your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show, and then we will be back on Eudora Sports Live.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com. High quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right.
the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, continuing your Gene's Heartland Foods halftime show. As we are back here, just going to continue breaking this down. I mean, a couple of teams, you talked about, Killian, how well these opponents can pass the ball, and they've tried to do so. It hasn't been entirely unsuccessful, but they had an interception just like Cole Manley did. He also had a pick, ended up being a little less costly. But on top of that, both teams have rushing touchdowns. The Tonganoxie team, of course, having 2. Both from Brewsville, while we've got one from Hoopler. So I think that this weather really is playing an impact on how this game is going. As this halftime show is actually pretty funny. Anyway, sorry, focusing back in on the game.
Yeah, geez, come on, professional.
What kind of adjustments might happen, do you think, if any, in this game for both sides? Start with Tonganoxie.
I think for Tonganoxie, the game has to stay in the hands of Brewsville. Obviously, they have tried to go through the air and been very unsuccessful. I think that the wind is just playing too big of a part here.
And the cold.
Yes, the cold, it's everything. And it does just favor that stay on the ground mentality, which, looking over at Eudora, I think maybe rather than being completely on the ground, try and get some slip screens and stuff to maybe get some space away from that line of scrimmage so that they can actually get some space and move and produce first downs on the ground.
And Eudora have been looking for those passes, certainly, but not quite as aggressively as Tongi. Tongi have been trying to get that ball in the air for sure. So I don't know. Interesting. I'll say his name one more time. It's the last time, if nothing else induces it to happen, maybe. Errol Seaman. Will we see him on O? We've seen him on D. He's had an impact. Will we? I don't know. We don't necessarily need him. Hoopler's been out there, but I talked about it even after that long Majet interception return. It's not like the Cardinals offense got in one and done and were, showing some confidence with that momentum that provided them. That momentum did push them into the end zone, but it was not super convincing. Took them all 3 tries. So I think that there's obvious room for improvement still here for both sides, but focusing on our Cardinals here, there's space for them to get better, certainly, and get right back into this game. I think we'll keep you here. We ran through you with all the breaks while we were figuring some stuff out, so we'll keep you here with a minute left till kickoff as the team starts to stretch here. We'll put that on the screen just for you got something to watch. What you got, Killian?
Errol Siemens, would you say that he has that James Dean daydream?
What are you doing here, man? You've done a few weird. What are you trying to do here? Are you trying to get us kicked off of YouTube again?
How would I get you kicked off?
I don't know. Maybe egregious violations of the terms of service or whatever.
For what?
I don't know. What are you doing here? What are you doing? Trying to put me on a weird spot. Anyway,
do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I do. I think I do, and I don't want to. I think I do. There might be kids watching. Let's chillax, Killian.
Taylor Swift is the most kid-friendly thing of all time.
Anyway, focusing back.
So would you say that seeing Errol Siemens suit up in the second half would be in your wildest dreams?
You asked me this question already, basically. He's suiting up. He's good. Don't overstay your welcome back here on Eudora Sports Live. I have many other people that I can kick you out for. One being my dad, who's awesome and a great co-host. Andy Duarte, who's at homecoming with his school today. I've got options, all right? Don't be weird right now.
Would you say that there's about to be some bad blood between you and me?
Potentially. I had a very nice Taylor Swift mention that you missed. It was a few games ago when we were playing against it was Lewisburg. I mentioned that the last time that Eudora beat Lewisburg, Taylor Swift's Red and also Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball were 2 of the top 100 songs. It was 2013. Okay. And our boys in Red were taking on the Wrecking Ball that is the Lewisburg Wildcats. In the end, we did just barely lose that game. It was a great game, and I was pretty dang proud of that introduction. I thought it was a smooth way to fit in both the fact that they hadn't won since 2013 and Taylor Swift. Anyway, you've gotten me way off track here. You've got me all over the
Taylor
place.
Swift is never a bad
Trying
thing
to focus in on this game as it looks like they've added 3 more minutes back to the clock. So you know what? We will actually take one final break, and when we come back, hopefully Killian's feeling normal and football will be about to happen.
Everybody can make something, because I think everyone has a spark of creativity, and the reason that I have to keep making is because I don't think my life would be as fulfilling without it. If you make things yourself, that means you're not cowering in fear. You're out there taking chances. That, I think, is my way of saying I love you to the world. All right, now I want to hear why you make.
Share your own Why I Make story today. Visit whyimake.org.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Jean's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Jean's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Jean's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Jean's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
Sorry, my heating is more important than...
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, the Cardinals are preparing to receive this second half kick. It's going to be from a tough trajectory from McWilliams, if what we've seen is any indication, and I imagine it will be. Bryce Mulvihill might be looking to redeem himself potentially. Van Dong might be looking to just fair catch another one and get his team back on offense. We'll see. We've got Majet back deep. I'm not seeing Seals at the moment. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So there will be no Seals. It is Matt Majet deep to return as the ball once again. No, okay, Seals, sorry. Seals is right at your 30-yard line there. If Killian would do his job, maybe.
Hey.
Do the job with the camera. Seals is on the 30-yard line.
Game
Majet
hasn't started
is
yet.
the lone man deep. And McWilliams is ready to kick here in this second half. One possession separates us, and Van Dong will fair catch it. But there were whistles prior for what? I'm not sure. I don't see a flag. Is there a flag? There is a flag.
Okay.
It was right back where the kick came from. My only assumption is that it's going to end up being offsides. I'm not sure, though. That's just me guessing from where that flag originated from.
False start on the Chieftains.
Oh, false start. Okay, false start. I don't know if I've ever seen a false start on a kickoff. Offsides, I've seen a few times. False start, maybe never. Anyway, happened there, so backed up a further 5. Cardinals won't say no. So Majet now stands at the 20-yard line, ready to return this kick, but I don't imagine it's going to get to him as the ball falls off the tee yet again. I think that's 2 times already, which should mean that a holder will have to be called upon here. Maybe not. McWilliams going to try one more time.
He's doing it.
And it falls. A holder will have to get involved here. This wind is just, it's playing its part. It's saying, don't forget about me.
Alex Cardea, he's coming out. He's going to hold it.
Yep.
He's going to do it.
Oh.
Okay, no, he got subbed out.
They changed holders there, making sure it's somebody from this near side of the field. Makes sense. And so here is McWilliams preparing to kick. I wonder if he'll be able to get under it quite the same with the holder here. He is a little bit. It's not quite as high, maybe. Seals will get on this one, and he is out to the 40, still up, and stays up. Never went down. Forward progress stopped. They'll probably give it to him right around the 40. I wonder if Coach Steffen put him there in the middle on purpose because he knew that that's where McWilliams' kick was going to go, because you really never see Seals at that part of the kickoff formation. And in the end, Mulvihill let him get that ball, make a decent return. Cardinals with a chance on this drive to tie this game, which would be absolutely huge because it felt at one moment like this game might be getting away from them. And they said, no, sir. So still, it's Hubler as the main back. Seals wide on the left. This is your typical Cardinals formation. I can almost see it already. The Majet motion. Manley pitches it to Hubler to the right. And he is brought down after a pickup of 4, maybe. something I'm noticing right now. Manley with a light limp. Interesting there. Maybe that whatever that has been has played an impact in him not running the ball quite as much, because we know how good of a runner he can be, and we have really not gotten to see that today. The only one run I can recall was not a designed run. It was a mistake where Wyatt Summers wasn't in the right position to take the handoff. Did go for 7 yards, was a nice play, but was not what Coach Stefan had called. Regardless, we are back here for second down, same formation. No motion this time. The give to Hubler. Hubler gets about half that back. It'll be about 3rd and 4 here. So still, I would see that Hubler is still the main focus of this offense, the focal point potentially. Maybe on this 3rd down, though, maybe we see a pass. Those hands might still be cold, though. I don't know how warm. Don't know how warm these Tonganoxie locker rooms are. Maybe these players, they might be coming out with the warmest hands they've had all day, potentially. We'll have to see, though. Seals out wide, the same formation that we always see. It's Summers in motion. Manley pitches it to Hubler. He's trying to find the edge. It's not there, though. Made the first man miss, which was McGraw, but then he was brought down by a couple different guys, mainly, TJ Leeper, bringing him down, who was injured before.
Can't be disrespecting my boy
TJ. From a unbiased perspective, good to see him back out there. You never like to see injuries keeping people off the field. So TJ Leeper out there making plays. There you could see very clearly, it wasn't on your screen, unfortunately, Cole Manley with a very obvious limp. Whatever it is not gotten better, only gotten worse for him. So I don't imagine we'll be seeing him run the ball quite as much. But let's focus in here on this 4th down attempt. 4th and 6 in their own territory. Majed in motion. Seals is out wide. Hubler is the main back. Interesting here. But it's 4th and 6, so I don't think that a jump would even result in a conversion. Anyway.
And they take the delay of game.
Yeah. Delay of game there.
I understand that.
I unless the scoreboard is wrong, which the scoreboard is not perfect. The scoreboard said 4th and 6, which would have meant that a 5-yard penalty would not have provided them with a first down.
I think maybe they were banking on if they could have gotten them
to jump, then maybe they could go for the 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Right. I've never seen that. That was interesting. Something different from Coach Stefan. Didn't work out, so they will punt it. Here is Caden Kerr to do so. A pretty nice kick that is going to land at the 20, where it is muffed, and the returner fell right back on it as Van Dong wrapped up the returner that was on the ground. This cold weather certainly playing an impact on hands and fingers, and how if you've ever been out in the cold, you know how hard it can be to move cold fingers. They literally move slower, and so these players may be trying to use their arms more, and it's bouncing off the chest and chest pads and the like, and it has resulted in a few different fumbles from some star players. And there is a star player, Errol Seaman, out there playing linebacker, as he has done all day today. The Chieftains prepare here, and a couple different jumps. Might have been the Cardinals first, but I did see jumps from both sides. Let's see who the penalty is against. False start on the offense. I did see some jumps from both sides, as I said, and the referees saw it first from the Chieftains, so they will be backed up inside. Is it inside the dread zone, I think? No, the 22.
They just
outside of my trademark dread zone.
I'm about to say that
yes.
Clearance and
McGraw with the give here. Runner is still up. I have to assume it's Bruceman, but I did not see. And it was indeed Bruceman. Who else would it have been?
You can always guess.
And every single defender on Eudora helped to stop his forward progress after a gain of 5. So from 1st and 15 to 2nd and 10, another give to Bruceman. Bruceman is tripped up there pretty immediately by Errol Seaman. So it is now going to be 3rd and 8. This offense moving quick, trying to stay warm. They are moving around at a very fast pace.
They're so quick that the scoreboard still said 1st and 15 up until that month.
They are just very quick out there. As I said, got to assume it's trying to stay warm. McGraw's going to throw a screen to Brown. And Brown is pushed out by Summers. And he is short. Referee says he is short. Summers got there quick enough to push him out
punt.
before Brown could extend. And they will punt on 4th and short here. I think they're feeling the pressure of this one-possession game. I think if this were a slightly different score, they might not be so willing to play it safe here.
Yeah.
But they are going to punt, and Seals will get a chance to return. What you got, Killian?
I think their biggest problem with going for it there is it's that same thing where if you do not get it, you're in some really poor position.
An amazing bounce here. Seals is going to regret not getting on that ball. I understand the decision, though, because the cold hands, it would be really tough to pick up a football with such unpredictable bounces up off the ground. But in the end, that decision to let it go cost the Cardinals maybe up to 20 yards, and they will be starting deep inside the dread zone, inside the 10. They've got a lot of work to do to get out of a very dangerous part of the field here. A turnover could be absolutely deadly in terms of momentum in this game.
Yeah, you thought that after the massive interception and then subsequent touchdown, you thought that maybe the momentum would carry on. But early on, both teams seemed to be just deadlocked at 14-7.
Yeah, and this is maybe the biggest chance for the Chieftains so far this second half, being that they have the Cardinals offense inside the 10. Cardinals offense hasn't been able to get much moving the second half. They're looking to throw. Manley has Seals, and it is going to be pass interference. I was going to say that really looked like pass interference. Seals trying to come back to the ball. The defender, who was not even watching the ball, ended up impeding his path. I don't think he meant anything by it, but that was pretty clear, interfering with his ability to receive that pass.
Yeah.
And thus, pass interference.
Well, you see, the quarterback, McGraw, he said, no other quarterback but me is going to get passing yards tonight. So,
you could get those yards,
damned.
but they won't be receiving yards.
Yeah. I'll be damned if you're going to get that passing yards right there.
So it is 15 yards here in high school, not spot of the foul as you might be used to if you are a NFL fan. So a 15-yard penalty will get them out of the dread zone up to the 23 or 22-yard line. So a nice little bailout there for the Cardinals. After that pass interference on Seals, it was a very nice throw, beautiful spiral. Seals was in the area and wasn't allowed to get back to it by McGraw, so the penalty happened. Here is Manley giving it off to Hubler. Hubler will get 4. So 2nd and 6 it will be.
Tackle by number 25, Brandon Riley. Gain of 5 brings us 2nd and 5.
The momentum, I don't know if there really is any momentum anymore. Coming out of half, it was certainly with the Cardinals, but I think right now it's just a little bit stagnant, a little bit of a stalemate, which the Chieftains will not have any quarrels with, as they have the lead here in this game. But with so much time left, something is bound to happen. A fumble, a pick, something crazy. Here's the give to Hubler. Near to that first down. He's finally brought down by a bunch of different Chieftains, so it'll bring up 3rd and short. But yeah, certainly something will happen. One of those passes will come up, whether it's for the Cardinals or for the Chieftains.
Yeah.
The dam will break, I'm sure. But right now there is a bit of a dam up on both sides. Nobody is going anywhere. And it's been a little bit stagnant here for these first 5 minutes of the second half.
It's certainly, my pregame analysis was a Tonganoxie win 31-14. So I don't know how much that's holding in check right now.
Here is the 3rd and 1 play. The same formation we see. Manley is going to look to keep even on the bad ankle, and he has got it for sure. It wasn't quite the brotherly shove, the tush push, but a QB sneak does get the first down and a couple more actually. And Manley will get back up a little bit gimpy.
It works 92% of the time.
Yes, the 92%ers. He will get that next play call from Coach Steffen. Hobble his way back over to the huddle. You can see those Chieftains defense are already ready. They have no interest in standing around. They want to be moving. While this Cardinals defense or Cardinals offense might actually be trying to slow them down a little bit. Maybe just get them off their game. Summers is in motion. The give to Hubler up the middle. Majette was in to block there. Maybe a pickup of 1. That'll be 2nd and 9 after the short game from Hubler. It feels like both teams have one play call. Give to the running back, whether that's Hubler or Brusman. It has been number 2 versus number 16, and there's just 10 other guys out there on the field whose job it is to block for number 2 or number 16.
And currently, with the way that the game is going, it just has me a little bit just as I just,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. We talked about it. We didn't think this was going to be a boring game, and with any one possession game, I do think that it's obviously worth watching, but it hasn't been super exciting with two great offenses here as Hubler on this pitch has a lot of space. Hagen gets a block for him, and then he is finally brought down there by Kale Dye right around the 40, but not until he gets in to the territory of Tonganoxie, and this could be big. Hubler with a nice big breakaway run there. That certainly gets a little bit of momentum on the board, which counts for nothing, but a little bit of momentum on the board.
Right.
For the Cardinals that maybe they could turn into something that really gets up there on that scoreboard. That currently still says 14-7 Tonganoxie. They got out to that 14-point lead pretty early on in the second quarter, and then right at the end of that second quarter, an interception from Majet followed by a run from Hubler got the touchdown the Cardinals have on the board. Here's another give to Hubler. And he won't go down, but his forward progress is stopped after a pickup of maybe 2.
I'm not going to lie. There's a lot of things out here that have been game changers. But the biggest game changer has been this heater right here by my hands.
Yes. This weather, though, certainly playing a huge impact. I really thought that it wasn't going to affect the play too much. I thought the wind would be bigger than the cold because, once you get moving out there playing football, you will be warm. But it seems that the hands specifically have been the biggest trouble to get warm for these guys, and that has resulted in some interceptions, some fumbles, some bobbles of the ball. Here's another pitch to Hubler out to the right side. He maybe gets 1 or 2 before being put out of bounds. Nothing.
I certainly understand them not being able to get their hands warm, as I haven't done it all night.
Yeah.
All night.
Luckily, I came with gloves. That's unfortunate for you. I'm always prepared.
See, but here's my thing. Just a week and a half ago, it was like 90.
I know.
So, I'm not ready for winter. I'm not winterized.
It's time. It's time. But no, this is so irrelevant to the football game. But the gloves and coat that I have on, I always keep with me in my car in case it's ever cold. So anyway, that's my life hack for preparing for the situation. Back to football now. It is 3rd and 6 here. This is a big moment for the Cardinals. They need to get this conversion here in order to continue this drive that has been one of their best of the day so far. The give to Hubler, he is not going to get that, but he gets 2 or 3 that does put this in a position where they might consider going for it. In fact, if I'm Coach Stephan, I am going for this because they're already in Tongi territory. A turnover would not be terrible.
And they aren't a kicking team anyway.
No. Yeah, there is no field goal on the horizon here for Caden Kerr. He was finally given a chance a couple weeks ago and unfortunately missed, which I have never been more excited to see a kicker out there. I was so happy to see Caden Kerr make that field goal and then just wide left. Very unfortunate. And it was a really necessary kick in that game against Lewisburg. So anyway, that will not be happening again. Here is 4th and 4. This is huge. A gigantic moment in this game. Manley's going to keep. I don't know if he's going to get back to the line before being brought down. I don't think he did. No, not even particularly close. He is stopped for no gain there. I don't know if that was the play call or if that was an in-play audible. Either way, did not pay off, and a turnover on downs here that gives Tonganoxie the ball. Not a terrible spot on the field to turn that over, but that just hurts that big run from Hubler really felt like, okay, we're getting downfield. We got a good drive going, and then there it is, stopped again. These two defenses have been very effective today. They really have.
Just like the weather, these two offenses are just cold.
Absolutely. And on the 3rd and 4th downs is really where both these defenses have shown. It's been very interesting. They've made big plays when the time comes when it matters most. 2 receivers, one on the left, one on the right, but the give to Brusman, he is wrapped up immediately by Majet. Might even be a loss, certainly no gain, as Majet gets in the backfield along with Braden Van Dong and brings the runner down to the ground. So it will be 2nd and 10.5 perhaps after no gain on that last play here. This is a big chance if the Cardinals offense can force a punt here to sort of pick back up where they left off and try to get back downfield. But that would require a stop of Brusvin here, who gets this ball and is back very close to the line to gain.
You got to wonder if they're going to turn to the air here.
It would certainly catch some people off guard, as they have lulled everyone into a false sense of security that 16 is getting the ball, because that has felt like that has been every play call.
Yeah.
As just happened there, he came up just short, Seals with a clutch tackle, and so it will be 3rd and inches here for the Chieftains. Or is it? It is a first down. Okay, some late movements there from the referees and the lines crew, but they give the conversion. Ref's going to put some more time up on the clock. Okay, so that's big. Seals' tackle was not quite as clutch as I had complimented it as being. It was still a big tackle to stop the momentum of a downfield bruiser of Brusvin, who gets the ball yet again here and gets 5 or 6 yards yet again. It feels like every carry is for him is somewhere between 6 and 10 yards. He has been extremely effective today, and they have been free to rely on him while the weather might be subtracting one of their better ways of getting the ball into the end zone, being the passing. That has been no problem, because Brusvin, who is bruising again, gets another first down, another 7 or 8 yard carry. Just as I was saying, he cannot be stopped.
No, not at all.
This is
and it's been like this all season.
Yeah.
He's just he's not one of those running backs typically that's going to just be the home run big play, but he's going to continue to get 5+ yards a carry and just continue.
And here he is again, first down again, before then being run out of bounds by Christian Jarrett. He is super effective. A flag on the field. I think this is going to go against the Cards.
Well, what's crazy is this game is moving so quickly just because of how much they've run the ball tonight.
Excuse me, it is not on the Cardinals. That is a holding on the offense. I just thought from the fan reaction that I had in front of me that it was going to be against our Cards, but no, it's against Tongi. Takes away a first down from Brusvin, who just had a very nice run get canceled out here. So they'll, I imagine, ask him to try to do it again. Here is the play call, and of course it is the give to Brusvin, and he cannot do it again as he is brought down by Bradshaw and Jarrett after getting 2 or 3 following the penalty. Still, though, they are into Cardinal territory, making things happen, making moves, and it's not quite that same situation now where if they forced a punt that it would feel like picking up where they left off. It would feel like a whole new drive now if they got the ball, which of course it always would be, but I was just saying they would be in a better position than they might have had all day, and that opportunity is now gone, but the need to make a stop is still present, and McGraw is looking deep. He has Holthouse. Holthouse is shoved to the ground by Christian Jarrett. I don't think I've ever seen a more blatant pass interference. So that is going to be 15 yards. I think, honestly,
first down.
You might take that if you're the Cards. I don't know if Holthouse was certainly going to make that catch, but 15 yards versus a touchdown, I know which one I'm taking. And so that'll be a 15-yard pickup for the Cardinals. Maybe a bit of a tactical penalty there from Christian Jarrett. Not the end of the world.
He looks like Marcus Peters.
That throw out there looking for Holthouse was a nice one, and Holthouse, he had not beaten Jarrett, but it was going to be a one-on-one, which, no offense to Jarrett, but that's a tough situation.
Yes.
There's a lot that could go wrong there, and that's no reflection on Christian Jarrett's abilities. We know he's good.
A very good wide receiver.
It is just an amazing wide receiver. Holthouse could get up there, bring that down. So I don't hate that pass interference at all. I won't count that one on the list of Eudora penalties. That one might have actually been smart. So we'll let that one go as 15 yards given up by the Cards, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Chieftains. Clock says 1 second remains. They've got 2 on the left. Brusvin is the main back. McGraw in shotgun. Takes the snap, gives to Brusvin. Brusvin makes the first man miss, hurdles a man, and is then brought down by Errol Seaman and a teammate there with him. That is Sylvester Janovic, and that will conclude the third quarter here. So we will take a break as we come back in the fourth quarter where the Chieftains will be in the red zone. Cardinals need to make a big stop.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
We are back here as Killian and I have made a worrying discovery of this game has potential for overtime, which would just be unfortunate for the sake of our bodies and our body temperature. But it would certainly make for some fun football, which is what we're here for. And it has been a pretty good game. It's been a little slow, certainly. This game has not been quite to everyone's taste, but it has been a good close fight, looking more like that game from a couple years ago that ended 28-21 to Tonganoxie, far more than the one that ended 45-7 last year to Eudora. So it has been a very close game, but the Cardinals now hoping to keep it close inside the 16 is this second down play for Tonganoxie. And the Cardinals need to make a big play here. The give to Bruzvan. He's got the first down to the 10. It'll be first and goal for Tonganoxie as this fourth quarter is now underway on Eudora Sports Live, brought to you by Kansas Insurance. Some discussion going on out on the field there. I'll run you through our presenting sponsor. Eudora is brought to you by Kansas Insurance. At Kansas Insurance, they believe in taking time to issue personal care and attention to each individual. Focusing on this play now, McGraw with the give to Bruzvan. He is wrapped up for a loss. As I was saying that, he nearly broke Van Dong's tackle, but Seals and Summers helped finish it off. So it is a loss, and I will finish off this live read. To see how Kansas Insurance can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. That's our presenting sponsor, Kansas Insurance, made possible by our sponsors, Eudora Sports Live, getting this broadcast to you. Here out in the cold, we are fighting through it, though. I'm Killian Beck and Reed McAvoy here with you. We are cold. There are two running backs in the backfield, one receiver out wide. McGraw gives to Bruzvan. Bruzvan has a block. Brought down hard by Christian Jarrett, but not until he gets the 2 yards that he lost back, plus a few more. So it'll be third and goal from certain striking distance here for the Cardinals. Owen Schmidt, the main receiver. Tonganoxie moving quick. Bruzvan gets the give. Is he in? He is not. He is brought down right around the 2 or 3.
Looks like he might have gotten that first, though.
It is going to be
first down, yes.
Oh, wow. My mistake, folks. I thought this was an and goal situation. I didn't.
Jeez, Reed.
I didn't realize
really taking you down.
I did not mean to confuse any viewers there with that, but that is a big first down here as McGraw gets the give, gives it to you know who. Bruzvan gets into the end zone.
That's 3.
His third today will make it 20-7 Tongi, and it just the task of trying to get back on level terms in this game just got a whole lot more difficult, because with the pace of this game and the way that these defenses have been able to slow this game down, the Cardinals getting 2 quick scores over the next 10 minutes is looking a little unlikely. Certainly not impossible, but definitely unlikely. Here is the kick from McWilliams. It is up, and it is good. So 21-7 will be our score with 10:21 remaining in the game here on Eudora Sports Live. Don't go anywhere. Cardinals are trying to figure this one out.
the MVPs of BBQ. That's Barbed Wire Barbecue in Eudora. Family owned and operated, Barbed Wire Barbecue delivers great food and small town hospitality at a valued price. High quality hickory smoked meats, house seasonings, and time tested recipes put Barbed Wire Barbecue a cut above the rest. Kick off your weekend with their delicious brunch on Saturdays and Sundays and enjoy game day your way with Barbed Wire Game Day Packs. Visit them at 601 East 10th in Eudora or see their full lineup of flavors at barbedwirebarbecue.com.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Reed McAvoy and Killian Beck with you as the Cardinals prepare for another sky kick from McWilliams. They will have to get something big here, not on this return necessarily, but they need a quick drive, certainly, or something big in this game, and then something more on defense now after giving up a 2-possession lead here once again in this game, restored that way from the second quarter. It was a 2-possession lead, and now it is again. Here is, I think that's Jarrett. It is on the return. He is going side to side and is then brought down inside the 30, maybe around that 27-yard line. Not much forward progress there from Jarrett. He was trying to find a hole, didn't quite form for him. But regardless, the Cardinals now have the ball. Not horrible starting field position, but not spectacular either. And they need to make things happen. How might they make things happen, Killian?
You know, it's one of those things where are they going to change their identity? Probably not. They're probably going to stick on the ground. I don't think that we see Siemens come in here now in the fourth quarter. I think that he's been declared out as a running back at least. But I think that if they're going to get back in this game, they need to start going to seals. That's been their biggest plays of the night.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think we will ever see an identity change from Coach Steffen's offense. Here is a pass, though, and you called on it. That is Seals. Unfortunately, he goes down there. You can't get any further. The defender's calling incomplete. Referee, though, believes he caught it. I think he did. It was a little, I'll be honest, though, we have no way of really seeing it. It was on the exact opposite side of our vantage point.
Yeah, let's put instant replay up.
Yeah, but Seals did get the grab there, says the referee. Couldn't turn down field because in high school, once you're down, you're down. You don't have to be downed by a defender. So it'll be 2nd and 4. But as you said, it immediately it happened. They were looking for Seals. They're looking to throw, something we haven't seen in a little while tonight. Maybe trying to change the way that they attack this Tonganoxie defense. We'll see if they do that again here. They do a fake toss, and it is not going to work out. They faked the toss to Seals, and then a big sack from Kendall Smith. He was brought down nearly immediately. That fake toss was, I thought, looked pretty good. The defense was not tricked in the slightest, and Manley was brought down near immediately. So 3rd and 12 here. That that nice reception from Seals canceled out here with a big sack. Is that the first sack we've seen today? Maybe second?
It was the second sack. Remember, because they had only attempted 2 passes or tried to attempt 2 passes in that first half.
Right.
As they do take a timeout here, and obviously the second one was a sack.
Take a timeout, talk this one over, maybe help Cole Manley deal with that injury that's been bothering him. So we will take a break as well and be right back.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Cards still talking this one over as they prepare for this pretty crucial 3rd down play. I mean, it's 3rd and 12, which of course feels like the type of thing where a lot of times you actually just play it safe and you're more willing to punt. It's not really that point in the game anymore. No. This is a point where they need to dial up a 13-yard play on 3rd and 12 here, and they need to move those chains. Otherwise, this game could really get close to being over because this could
just 9 minutes to go.
Yeah, a really bad spot to have a turnover, maybe a punt. At least on this play, you got to get enough yards that fourth down attempt is a comfortable distance.
Well, for any of you Eudora fans who are really concerned about the time left, you do still have 42 minutes left. So, sorry, no, they changed it back to 8 minutes.
Did it say 42 minutes up there?
I tried to get the joke in before they fixed it.
Interesting.
But, for any of you that were worried about how much time was left, you had ages.
It's now back down to that 8 minutes and 54 seconds, as there is some discussion going out on the field there. Don't know if it has to do with the clock or not. It doesn't seem like it.
Maybe they're arguing there should be 42 minutes left.
I don't think that anybody really wants that.
No. No.
We were just dreading the thought of overtime. Let's not have a 42-minute fourth
What about
quarter.
85 minutes?
Yeah.
How about that?
What is happening?
Try that one with those ties. And 40 seconds. I should add that on.
It's an extra 0 up there. It's supposed to be 8:54. There it is. Got it fixed.
You don't want to be here for another 2 hours?
Not particularly.
No.
Seals is one of the wide receivers. Can't see who the other one is. A little too far away. They got two running backs in the backfield. One is Hubler. The give is no, not to Hubler. Manley keeps, throws. There's a flag down. The throw for Seals. Seals was tripped up. Let's see what that flag is now. I guess that tripping up on Seals was legal, just maybe inadvertent, whatever it was. It's been allowed by the ref who was standing right there. On the offense is the penalty, says the referee, and it is, of course, declined. So 4th and 12 now.
They're bringing the punt unit.
They're bringing the punt. I mean,
shocks me a little bit.
I don't know if there's anything else you can do. 4th and 12 is really a tough spot. I understand trying to maybe hope for this defense to make a play, but in this situation, the defense's biggest play today was an interception. They're not throwing the ball. It is Bruisven, and then Bruisven, and then Bruisven, and then Bruisven again. That is going to be these play calls, and just as I call his name, Bruisven is the returner deep here, so he'll get an opportunity on special teams. Kerr bobbled that snap just a little bit and then gets a pretty solid kickoff, hits around the 42, and bounces out of bounds, but a flag came in back around where the punt was kicked away from. We'll see what that is. It came in pretty late, right as that ball was rolling out of bounds.
Maybe a hold?
So, yeah, I think even if it's against the Chieftains, I think it would still just be enforced after because it was post-kick that flag came down. But we will see here. Hopefully we'll get a good explanation over the loudspeakers. I know it's tough for you guys to hear that, but it's at least nice for us so we can then convey the information to you. We have a personal foul. We didn't get it over the PA this time, unfortunately.
So
personal foul against Eudora. So that's just going to be a 15 yards extra where that ball bounced out of bounds. That's tough. I mean, I'm not sure what it was. It was probably some unnecessary shenanigans that went down. That hurts. A further 15 yards for this Chieftains offense that has already been very good at moving the ball. That is not good. It's a little doom and gloom, but that could spell the end of their chances to win this game.
If they get a first down, it's 3 minutes off the clock, and that really puts it at done territory. And obviously, we don't want it to be done.
No,
but
that's a huge penalty there. A lot of the biggest costly penalties today have come against Tongi. That one hurts a lot, and that's against Eudora, against whoever committed the personal foul. We didn't hear it over the loudspeakers, just as I was complimenting it. It didn't happen. But regardless, we'll focus in here on this first down play. 1st and 10 for Tongi. The give to Bruisven, and Bruisven, just like every time today, somewhere between 7 and 10 yards. As I said earlier, it's going to be 2nd and pretty short here. And short would also describe the window for the Cardinals to make a big play that could change this game. If they don't force a fumble or something soon on Bruisven, who's the runner here, then their chances in this game are going to be over. Sealed with a nice tackle there.
I don't understand why Tonganoxie isn't trying to stretch out that play clock there. I mean, they aren't trying to.
Yeah. They fear the cold more than losing, it would seem.
Yeah, it's weird because they're going kind of hurry up here, and you would think that it'd be the opposite where they'd be going wait up as much as and I get it. This isn't Madden, so we don't have accelerator clock, but
I can see maybe the thought process might just be if we let Bruceman get cold, the chances of a fumble increase, and that's really the only way they could lose this game right now.
Right.
So maybe that's the thought, but no, it's a great point you make that it would make a lot more sense for them to let that 40-second play clock run down every time, and they are not. They are moving just as quick as they have all day long.
Yeah. No, they one of their key characteristics is that they move extremely quickly while they're trying to set up for offense. I mean,
this is a third down here, 3rd and 2 to give to Bruceman. This will be close. This could be big. This is the only I was just calling on that needs to not happen for the Tonganoxie Chieftains. And Christian Jarrett falls on the ball. I think it seemed that he was on top of a Eudora defender when the ball came out. We'll see what the call is. They have called it a Eudora ball. They said when I saw that he was on top of a Eudora defender when the ball came out because he was parallel to the ground, but he was on a defender, and so that ball came out, live ball. Christian Jarrett falls on it. That was the only thing that couldn't happen. Just we were talking about why they were moving quickly. Speak to that.
My heart breaks for Bruceman, who's obviously had such a good night tonight. He has 3 touchdowns. I don't know the yardage. We don't get those kind of numbers. But obviously, we just talked about how that could have been the one big thing that would have really derailed this night and put it in jeopardy.
Now there's still a lot of work to do for Eudora.
Certainly.
Not just 1 touchdown, but 2. But this game was near over. And it felt like the Chieftains could easily just run the ball, keep running, maybe get in the end zone and end this game. And instead, the Cardinals have the ball back.
You start to wonder about the speed that they were snapping the ball. I mean, you're snapping the ball with 25 seconds, 20 seconds left. If they would have done that for the 5 plays that they ran, that's another 2 minutes off the clock.
These plays could go exactly how they went, and this game could be in a completely different situation.
Exactly. And it wouldn't have mattered if he fumbled, and it would have been a totally different situation.
If there's 3 minutes left on this clock, this game is still over. Of course, Eudora's going to go for it.
Yes.
But we would all know there's nothing. They would need Hail Mary, onside Hail Mary. But here at 7 minutes, there is a chance. There is. There's a reasonable chance that normal things that happen on a football field could happen and result in the Cardinals tying up this game, maybe taking the lead, depending on how aggressive Coach Steppen is feeling and how eager he is to go home.
Mm-hmm.
I know that we are.
Yeah.
If there were a second touchdown and it's 20-21, he might say, "Let's go for 2. I'm going home either way." But we are not there yet. It's still 21-7. Plenty of work to do here, but the Cardinals have a chance. That's all we wanted, and it has been granted by a Bruceman fumble recovered by Jarrett. The Cardinals have a chance. Summers in motion. Hubler is the main back. The give is to Hubler. He will get maybe 2 or 3 out on that left side. But I'll be interested to see how quick this Cardinals offense wants to move. They really should have some pep in their step, but kind of doesn't look like they do.
They're going to take their time.
Yeah.
It's weird how the roles are reversed. Like, the team that should have been going slow is going super fast.
It feels like the Cardinals should be, like, snapping the ball by now. But instead, they're still huddled up deciding this play. Certainly confusing.
15 seconds right now to decide the play. So, obviously, that's not going to cut it.
Yeah, that was interesting. Hopefully, they'll figure that out the rest of this drive. Otherwise, they might just end this game themselves, which is certainly not how you want that to go. Here is a throw. I think it was for Seals, but Majette ended up making the catch.
Well, however you can get it.
A first down here. Cardinal gonna get now. First set of downs. That'll stop the clock for a moment. What you got?
A big thing is that it took 38 seconds for the ball to be snapped last time. That has to stop.
And it doesn't look like it will. I think there could be a role being played by Manley's clear injury. As again, you see him limp out. He has to go back to the sideline and come back. Something else I would change. Again, we don't know what we're doing, but I would have anybody else go to that sideline and come make that play call. I'm sure Manley's the most familiar with the play calls, but if I could get anybody who doesn't have a limp to make those runs to me and back, that's what I would want to do. A fake pitch to Seals. He is crushed to the ground on this near side. This throw is for Hubler, and he could not locate it, and it is out of bounds, incomplete. Seals was faked a pitch, which means, of course, a Tonganoxie defender could pretend that I would imagine he has the ball. And so he smashed him to the ground, took that opportunity, did not pass up on it.
We'll take it every time.
It's clean. Oh, yeah. No, that's football right there. It was a good hit. Seals is going to be like, okay, maybe Coach Steffen, don't call me that fake toss again, please. And also interesting, faking the toss to Seals and then throwing for Hubler. That's your
that's a.
It feels like that should be. It feels like that should be the other way around, but it just adds to the trickeration, I suppose.
Yeah,
this is 2nd and 10 here. Manley looking for Seals, has him, makes the grab, and has the first. This is what we've been wanting all day. Despite the cold hands, Seals makes a nice grab, gets 15 on the play there, and a nice first down, which will once again halt the clock, giving the Cardinals a chance here. This is a nice drive, maybe one of the better drives we've seen from the Cardinals. They really haven't had many drives. The only touchdown coming off a drive that began inside the 10. There's not been many, matriculating the ball down the field to quote a Chiefs coach, as you know.
Hank Stram, man.
Yes, and so anyway, here we are, that clock running again. Cardinals moving quickly. Majed in motion. Hubler, the main back, is looking to throw again. Seals, he's under pressure, and it's intercepted. That is likely going to be the game, and guess who it is? It is Brusven. That's got to be redemption if I've ever seen it. Who had the 3 touchdowns. He now intercepts the ball. 5:10 left. This game isn't over, but that is a crushing blow against the Cardinals. It felt like they were driving down, like they were going to get that second touchdown, and instead it's intercepted. A lot of pressure got to Manley quickly.
That felt like that was the make it or break it moment, obviously, for both sides. Could have been a big play. Obviously, coming off of the Seals catch, you thought there was some momentum going.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know if his arm got hit.
I think it did. It was Tucker McGuire got in there immediately for Tongi and certainly rushed Manley. Whether or not he contacted him, that definitely wasn't, he didn't get to set his feet quite as well as he wanted to. And in the end, it came and deflected. A flag comes in here from the referee standing all the way on the other 40-yard line. He threw that thing pretty good. Nice spiral on it.
Yeah, he threw it better than the most previous pass we've seen.
Unfortunately, the fact that he is the back judge, meaning he's got a good view of the Eudora defense, means that's likely who this penalty is against. Doesn't mean it is, just likely based on what kind of things he might be seeing. And here is the call. No, it is a personal foul on the offense. So that is going to back up the Tongi offense 15 yards for a personal foul. Interesting that the only ref who spotted it was the one standing on the opposite 40, considering it was against Tongi. Whatever it was must have happened a little further downfield. Regardless, 15 yards backed up, and also pretty pivotal that clock is going to take a break. Go ahead and stop for a moment, which is big for the Cardinals. I mean, again, we're calling on the same things we needed before that happened, and they didn't capitalize on.
Yeah.
But again, a fumble, something huge, something crazy, unforeseen is what is needed in this game. And then again, here is Brusven again, as it has felt that it has been every play today, and he is brought down in the end by Spear, who hasn't been super involved on defense today. Call his name maybe for the first time. Braden Spear.
Man.
2nd and 3rd and 20. So
it's a turn of events like I haven't seen in a while.
So this long 3rd and 20-something play here is going to be a big moment here. And now finally you can see those Chieftains realizing they need to take a moment here. They need to slow this thing down because even the amazing Brusven is not perfect. We are all human. And so they want to slow this game down. And then they give it to Brusven again. The 20 yards would have been a lot to ask, but he gets 5 or 10 back there. Makes it at least a better spotted punt. Yes, McWilliams will be sent out there to punt. So it's do or die time. It felt like it already had been do or die time.
Yeah.
This return is important. If Seals can get a big return here, maybe. If not, probably not in this game.
It feels like if they can't get to the 50-yard line by the 2:30 left in the game, does it feel like it's over? You know?
Because then with only one timeout, they'd have to force a fumble on defense again. It's just we're already asking a lot. Doesn't mean it can't happen. We've seen crazy things happen before, and here with no return, the man is everywhere. Brusven downs that punt We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, it is do or die for your Cardinals. 1st and 10 on their own 34. Something big needs to happen, and it needs to happen fast. Manley looking downfield. He was under pressure from Holthouse. Throws deep for Seals and completes inside the opponent's 40-yard line. That is a gain of 30 yards there. That was huge. Where's that been all day long?
Yeah.
That's exactly what we were just, you said inside the 40 by 230. Here they are with all the time that they were given remaining.
3:08 left. They obviously get it inside that 50-yard line, get it inside the 40 actually at the 38-yard line. This is where they get the opportunity to maybe go and make a big play.
Again, just a chance. Just what I was talking about before, which almost makes it hurt more that they didn't finish off that last one because they would have had another chance. But anyway, here's Manley looking deep under pressure from McGuire. Throws a wobbly one for Seals, and it falls incomplete, much to the delight of these Tonganoxie fans. It was an okay on accuracy, pretty bad on spiral throw from Manley. Would have been hard for the cold hands of Seals to grab. Probably actually, I think it's okay that it falls incomplete. I think you'll take that. No turnover and another try with also no time.
Stop the clock. Yeah, that's a big one.
I think that the deep throw is probably going to be the way to go for the end of this game, especially towards the out of bounds, towards the edge of the field, to try to limit the likelihood of a very costly turnover here for the Cardinals. 2nd and 10, under 3 minutes remain in Tongi territory here. Majed in motion. Manley fakes the toss, looks to Hubler. Hubler with the reception, the first down and more, cuts back to the middle, and is finally, I said he was going to say Brown brought him down, but he made a miss, and is then brought down inside the red zone. Hubler with a very nice play there on what is essentially a screen play following a fake toss to Majed. This is the best offense we have seen from the Cardinals all day long.
It's really been the only offense.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. We have not seen anything like this all day long. This is a bit of a delightful surprise, but also you might be thinking, where has this been all day long when we needed it more than now? Anyway, Hubler, main back, Seals outright. Manley under pressure. He's going to try to run away from it. Can't do so. Gets a couple yards. Cards are going to need to move quickly, but they really are not showing any interest in doing so.
Nope.
I'm watching here as Adrian Seals walks back to the huddle, not to call anyone out. Everyone out there is walking around, but where is the sense of urgency here? We are about to be under 2 minutes remaining in this game. I mean, is that a sign that they've given up? Do they not believe? What's up here? The offensive play calls show belief, and then the movement after a play is over does not. I don't understand it from these cards. Here's Summers in motion. The fake pitch to him. He's going to throw. Manley, and is wrapped up by Holthouse. That is huge here. He is brought down on 2nd down. That's going to make it 3rd and long. Holthouse getting a very big sack there, and Eudora will call a timeout.
That's their final
timeout, which is tough to imagine after another drive that they could do well without that timeout. Anyway, we'll take a quick break and be right back.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Caw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Caw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Caw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community. With all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve, Caw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, 1:39 remaining. Cardinals trying to figure out what this play call is. I hate to have called people out on the Cardinals, but it just doesn't make sense to me. The lack of hustle after a play ends. It feels like now as they just took their final timeout. Now this game is probably over regardless. And I feel like if they had been moving quickly, moving as fast as possible, that they really could have gotten into the end zone by now, and they could be trying to make a stop. And instead, here we are, and this game's probably done now. And it's just a little upsetting. It feels like these players were certainly capable and were well on their way to getting back in this game, and just didn't show the effort or the want to run around there and make it happen. Here's Majed in motion. Manley drops back, has a couple options. He's looking for Hagan. Hagan, it comes off his hands. It would have been tough. Maybe it was even a good defensive play there by who else? Stinking Bruisman has been involved all day long. It slapped that one away from
Legacy
George
game.
Hagan right at the cusp of the end zone, which will bring up 4th and 14. A minute 33 left here. Cardinals are going to likely be shooting for the end zone, as they just did there, and it looked pretty good. Hagan was open.
Now it's 4th down.
Yeah.
So now you really get to that point where, I mean, it already was, but
we've said do or die a few times already. But
to go.
Yeah, if this is not a touchdown, that's it.
And even if it is, you worry that they could just kneel it a couple times and call ball.
They would have to get an onside. Manley looking deep. This is it. The game on the line. Seals was in the area, but could not make the grab. That is going to be the end of this game. Really.
That's all, folks.
Yeah, a minute 28 remain as that ball's turnover on downs. Tongi can kneel this one out. Cards have no timeouts to try to stop them from doing so. And what that means as well is the Cards will fall below 500 again, and they will be unable to finish this season above 500. They'll have, of course, the chance Paola next week to get back to 500, but cannot end the season with a winning record in the regular season at least. So it just feels tough coming off an 8-2 year last year.
Right.
It was just a really good year, maybe a nice surprise, but you would have hoped they could have kept that up, and they have not been able to do so. A late addition to the Tongi formation here comes in motion all the way from the far side.
Okay.
Someone forgot how to count to 11 for a second. And there is the first of what will be a couple kneel downs from McGraw. Interesting. I've never seen the kneel out of the shotgun formation, but it actually makes more sense, I feel like, because doing it under center, there's a lot more potential for bobbling it and having a defensive lineman fall right on top of it. Whereas here, McGraw's, if his cold hands let him down, he can just still fall right on top of it. I actually get this more. It's sort of funny to me. This isn't the standard way to do it.
No, and it's like when the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in 2019, and Mahomes literally snaps it in shotgun and runs like 10 yards back.
Right.
That's what this reminds me of.
Yes, I want to make absolutely sure this does not mess up in any way possible. And here it is. There will actually have to be one more kneel down, as that kneel happened with 41.8 seconds left on that clock.
Do we really need the extra kneel down?
By the rule book, we do. So there will be one final play here in this game, unless the refs are just going to
say they're going to call.
Seems like the refs are going to say screw the rules, which is we know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
it's not like there's any complaining here.
First ever 17-point play to win it all.
Yeah, let's. I understand letting this game just end. It was only going to be milliseconds left on that clock, so that is going to be the end of this one here. We talked about the impact it'll have. Cardinals will fall to 3-4. We will break it down more though on the post-game show, which will be presented by Anthony Brown from Farm Bureau Financial. Keep it here on Eudora Sports Live as we're going to wrap up this game.
State coordinates of new land acquisition.
Oh, you know that big oak tree that got struck by lightning?
Negative.
The barn with the funny cow mural?
Negative.
One-eyed scarecrow?
Negative.
Giant water tower? You're not from here, are you?
I've never seen him.
Robots don't know you. We do.
Hey, how's your dad doing?
For over 80 years, we've built relationships first and plans second. It's your future. Let's protect it. Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Just like the Cardinals are striving for success, Kaw Valley State Bank's mission is your success. At Kaw Valley State Bank, they provide the best, most efficient, courteous, and professional banking services possible. And at Kaw Valley, they recognize that the customer and their satisfaction is the most important ingredient to growing their community, with all the services you've come to expect from the hometown partner you deserve. Kaw Valley State Bank, online at kvsb.com, a proud supporter of Eudora Schools.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
More time before you wake up in the wild.
Our natural world needs us now. Step by step, side by side, together, we can find a way to ensure that all life on Earth can thrive. To learn more about how you can help protect and conserve nature, visit nature.org.
Back here on Eudora Sports Live, Reed McAvoy and Killian Beck with you as we are going to begin our Anthony Brown Farm Bureau Financial Postgame Show. Anthony's goal is to help you plan for the unexpected and protect your future. Getting to know you and the things that are most important to you will help them customize the right plan for you and your needs. To learn more, visit them at 101 West 10th Street, West 10th Suite A in Eudora, or call 785-615-0516. So here we are, Killian, following a tough loss for Eudora. They have fallen to below 500 again on the season, which they just got back to that last week, and that felt very important. And then back to 3-4, and they're going to be unable to finish the season above 500. It's just tough. We'll talk a little bit more about how it affects the season complexion in a minute, but let's first get our player and our play of the game. We will first start with our absolute play of the game, which is brought to you by Absolute Painting. From a fresh coat of paint to refinishing your cabinets, Absolute Painting offers a wide range of services to meet your needs. Revamp your space with their expert painters. Call for your free quote today at 785-333-9651. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute. And Killian, we talked about it in the break. I think there's really only one option when it comes to the play of the game from the Eudora side of things, and that was that interception from Matt Majette right on the cusp of halftime. The big man, Holthouse, was the target, and it was just, whether it's the cold or not, he couldn't bring it in. It bobbled straight up. Majette intercepted it, and there was still plenty of work to do to make that into a big play as he did. He returned that nearly 40 yards, got down inside the 10, where the Cardinals would then go on to score their only touchdown of the day. So that is pretty obviously clear-cut to be our absolute play of the game, the most impactful moment, brought to you by Absolute Painting. What did you think about that play?
Obviously, in the moment, you think that was going to be the big tide turner. They were down 14-0, and at that time, we thought, oh, well, Tonganoxie gets the ball back, they could potentially score, make it 17-0 or 21-0 at half. And obviously, by getting that interception, they get it down to the 9-yard line, and just 3 plays later, they're punching it into the end zone.
Yeah.
So I feel like that was obviously the best play of the night. I wish that they could have capitalized on it more in the second half.
Right.
But as far as just a singular play, I think it was the best play anybody made all night. So,
and it totally changed how we were talking. We were talking like, man, hopefully they could just avoid something going wrong, and then instead they get to make a positive play of their own. It was a huge moment. It really changed the feel of this game, and it's what ended up keeping it close all the way until the end when Brusvin finally put this one out of reach. So Matt Majet's interception is our play of the game, and we're going to be calling his name again after I get through this live read about the Who's Smoking player of the game, which is brought to you by Barbed Wire Barbecue. Be the MVP at your next watch party with Barbed Wire's Smoking Game Day deals. Packs start at $35 and feed 4, or the biggest pack that feeds 8 for $90. Pre-order now by visiting them at barbedwirebarbecue.com or call 785-856-0877. And our Barbed Wire Barbecue Who's Smoking player of the game is Matt Majet. He had a lot of impactful moments beyond just that interception. He had a couple good plays on offense, but he was really more present on defense, making some very big tackles. He was highly involved. It was a very nice game for number 22. He was used as a blocker very often because nearly every play call was give it to Hubler. And so he did a lot of different things today. Unfortunately, there weren't a lot of huge star performances from the Eudora end of things, but it was a nice performance from Majet, something that he can maybe just personally look back on and have a bit of peace knowing he played well. He did his part in this game, and that's why he is going to be our player of the game from Barbed Wire Barbecue. So just continuing as this postgame show, I said we were going to talk more on how this affects the complexion of this season. It's tough now. The game against Paola next week, not going to be easy, and it's crazy to think that there's a version of this Cardinals team that falls to 3-5.
Right.
That just doesn't sound right. That's not when the first game we called together, we saw this beat up on Bonner Springs. We would have never thought that 5 losses could be potentially what we're talking, which we only have 4 at the moment, but there's the potential for a 3-5 season that just doesn't make sense.
No, it feels like maybe they just ran out of bullets. They just maybe wasn't their year.
Yeah. Errol Seaman has dealt with a couple different injuries this season, and I think that's a big impact. But I think that a lot of this, it honestly seems like it just maybe wasn't going to go their way this year. Like you said, not their year, but we're not done yet. There's a game left. They could get back to 500 and then win a playoff game or two and completely change the complexion on this season. But there's just a lot of work to be done and changes that would have to be made in order for that to occur, and weather that will have to be battled, all kinds of different things. So it's no foregone conclusion, which is what's crazy, that this team will end with at least an even record. It feels unjust for this squad of players. But that's the unfortunate reality of where the season has been following that 3-game losing streak, now dropping another one after winning last week. It's just been a tough year.
It certainly has. Obviously, last week they got the 73 points and held them to 0, and then to turn right around and just, I don't want to call this a heartbreaker because it wasn't an ultra close game, but it felt closer than maybe what we had expected pregame.
This one is one, you looked on the schedule and you thought they could do it, which when you looked at the one against Lewisburg, I thought they could do it, but I mean, they hadn't beat them in more than 10 years. It seemed like it was going to go how it ended, and that one ended with a 3-point difference. So it's like these guys can hold their own. This is a good team as we thought. As we thought, it's a good team.
Right.
And yeah, just a tough result tonight, losing by a couple possessions here. We will take one final break. I'll preview next week's broadcast and all the different broadcasts on Varsity Sports Live and Eudora Sports Live, and then we're going to wrap up and get out of this cold.
prescription drug pricing points to corporate
Freedom of the press is about your right to know.
sheer athleticism.
It's about your right to be informed. Today, there are real threats to press freedom
Reaching residential areas?
and your right to know about the world around us. We must protect our right to know, no matter what kind of news is important to you. Before it's too late, understand the threats. ProtectPressFreedom.org.
High-quality foods, friendly service, great prices, and a connection to the community that is unsurpassed. That's Gene's Heartland Foods in Eudora. Family-owned, Gene's Heartland Foods offers a convenient one-stop shop, delivering the everyday essentials you need to specialty items from around the world. Gene's friendly staff is here to help you find exactly what you're looking for. You have options when it comes to feeding your family. Choose to support local. Choose Gene's Heartland Foods, 1402 Church Street in Eudora, or online at heartlandfoodstores.com.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Your home is your sanctuary, and it deserves to look its best. Whether you're looking to update your interior, spruce up your exterior, or give your cabinets a fresh look, trusted residential house painters Absolute Painting are here to help. At Absolute Painting, they specialize in providing top-notch home painting services to homeowners just like you. Their team of professionals have years of experience and the skills necessary to transform your home into a beautiful, welcoming space. Call for a free quote today. Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
I used to drive an ambulance as an EMT, and I've always tried to be a safe driver. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. In my car, if I see a truck or bus taking a turn, I know to take my time. When big vehicles turn right, they may swing wide to make the turn. If you try to sneak in, well, it's a lesson you'd rather not learn the hard way. When trucks and buses turn, let's you and I wait. It's our roads, it's our safety.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
The smoothest, the creamiest, the most amazing ice cream you've ever had. That's what you'll find at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in historic downtown Eudora, Kansas. With over 100 mouthwatering Wisconsin-made ice cream flavors, including dairy-free and gluten-free options. The bakery is always serving up the most heavenly cookies, cakes, and so much more. Ask about Main Street's custom cakes for that special occasion. What are you waiting for? Come make the sweetest of memories at Main Street Scoops and Sweets in downtown Eudora, where it's always ice cream time.
Are you looking for a trusted partner in pet care? Look no further than Eudora Animal Hospital, proudly serving Eudora and the surrounding area since 1975. Eudora Animal Hospital offers a wide range of services, including wellness exams, surgeries, routine vaccinations, and emergency care.
Hi guys, just wanted to say thank you from Eudora Animal Hospital for all your support and go Cards!
Schedule an appointment by calling 785-542-3265 or visit eudoravet.com.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Anthony Brown in Eudora today at 785-615-0516.
Back here for the final time, live from Tonganoxie here on Eudora Sports Live. we've wrapped up this game here. And yeah, so just previewing next week where we will be playing against Paola in Eudora. I know I'll be on that. I'm not sure if Killian is. He's the Varsity Sports Live utility player, goes all over the place filling in different roles. So we don't know if we'll have him back or not, but you've always got me. I am the voice of Eudora Sports Live, a role that I am honored to have been presented with this season. And next week will be the last regular season game for my first year doing this, which has been an absolute honor. Thank you all for listening to me, keeping me in your living room. Killian as well, a couple times now already, and he's been all over the place. Yeah, so it'll be a game against Paola, which over on Paola Sports Live, I just checked that game out. Their game against Bonner Springs today ended 54-0. So they are 4-3 on the year. So Eudora will be coming in with the worst record against the Panthers. Maybe a bit of a surprising thing there if you had been previewing these seasons coming in. And so, yeah, they will be taking on an opponent with a better record, trying to even out the records, get back to 4-4, and push Paola down to 4-4 before going into a first playoff game in a couple weeks. Something that I'll be interested to see, and a joke that I couldn't help but make, is if Errol Seaman will go from halfback to all the way back, which would involve him again playing halfback. Sorry, I thought of it during the break and it made me chuckle and I had to say it, and I know it's stupid and I'm sorry. But thank you again for having me with you this season. And hopefully we will have a good game for you next week. I know it'll be here. So just come back next week to Varsity Sports Live for you.